worked ourselves back into it a little bit, and we just took it in 2-minute chunks, and we had a lot of kids playing really well, especially on the defensive end, and so yes, take away the first 3-4 minutes of that game and you get dunked on, and we were prepared for all those things, but it's one thing to talk about it, it's another thing to see it.
We made the same observation right out of the gate. I wasn't sure they were going to miss a shot. I mean, they came in ready to play in their first game. But to your point, not just your guys playing into the second half, but late in the game, I mean, clawing back and inching back in. You have to think that's a good sign. That's a character thing of here's some adversity. We're 2-0 this year, but let's see what we can do about it.
Yeah, and I'm not lying. I mean, that team is as good or better than probably most teams in the state, and I don't even care what division. When you can roll that many kids off the bench, and then you can shoot like that, and then you've got length. I mean, I was telling the coaches, I'm not really sure what you take away. You can't, so you got to play everything really well, and you just got to do the best that you can possibly do in your situation, and we did that. We started to do that. So yeah, it would have been fun to, stick around a little bit longer, but at the same time, the first 3 games, there's just so many great learning opportunities to take to Monday, and I think that's what I'm the most excited about at this time of the season.
Yep, like that a lot. If the goal is March basketball, is there anything to, hey, we're going to play teams like this, and now you've seen it. Now you know what it looks like.
Oh, 100%. I have never shied away from playing the best. We've had a great schedule so far. I want to go see. We play Cody right off the bat, coming back in January. It goes back to my days with Coach Quell. I mean, we would play Gillette when they were Campbell County with 3,000 kids in their school, and they beat us by 45 at the Flaming Gorge, and then rolling around March, we beat them. You know where the measuring stick is at that point, and you can now work towards it.
Real quick on Powell coming up here in just a few minutes. What's your anticipation of Powell going into your last game of the tournament?
I mean, it's just a very prideful program that obviously just won the state championship, and 2 of the kids one of the kids especially, that was a big contributor on that team, and they're a very big, physical, athletic team, and it is going to present a little bit different challenge for us tomorrow, and but I think our kids are excited for the challenge.
Appreciate the time, Coach. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
In the so good ways when you hear
It's time for Tiger Tip-Off. Watch today's games on the County 10 YouTube channel or catch radio coverage on KOBE 1330 AM and 107.7 FM.
Well, a very pleasant good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back inside Lander Valley High School for the final day of the Lander Invite and the 4th games of the regular season for both the boys and the girls teams of Lander. I'm Scott Fuller, and this is the Porter's Tailgate Show, brought to you by Porter's Mountain View Supply in Riverton, your one-stop shop for grills, spas, stoves, pellets, and more. Porter's is a proud supporter of Fremont County athletes. It's a girls and boys doubleheader featuring Lander and Powell, with the girls game coming up next. The boys game to follow at about 4 o'clock, although that's probably going to be closer to 4:30 for that start time, with some of the earlier tournament action going along this morning. Lander girls are a perfect 3-0 on the season. They have won their first 3 games of the tournaments over Rollins, Newcastle, and a 54-27 win over Thermopolis last night. Powell Panthers, though, present LVHS with maybe their toughest test so far. Powell made another appearance at the state tournament last year, entering the weekend ranked 5th in the state according to the Wild Preps coaches and media poll for the preseason, but that might change after this Lander invite. Powell fell to Pinedale earlier in the weekend, and the Lady Tigers are going to look to send the Panthers home winless after their game this afternoon. So 5th-ranked Powell lining up against a perfect 3-0 Lander Tiger team. We had a chance to catch up with head coach Drew Powell during halftime of the boys game after his team won the 3rd game of their regular season. Here's how that conversation went.
As we talk with head coach Drew Powell of the Lander girls, 3-0 start to the season, 3rd win on the tournament. What were your impressions from your 3rd game in 24 hours?
You know, I thought we played really hard, kind of like we did the first 2 games. I think we even ramped up the defense a little bit more in this one, especially when we went into our full court man. It was really impressive to watch a couple of our girls just really get down and get after it. It was a lot of fun to watch.
That press was effective from the first quarter all the way until you backed off of it in the 3rd. That in the transition game, I'm guessing, is what we can expect to see throughout the rest of the season.
Yep, that's how we want to play. We're not the biggest team in the bunch, but we have some pretty good little ball handlers, and we like to run the floor. I told them earlier, we're kind of like a track team, and that's how we want to play.
Strikes me, Coach, early in the season, the consistency in how you've played all 3 games, but also looking up and down the score sheet, your dual point guards, as you mentioned yesterday, Tuis, Skoklish, and Goggles, at the top of the scoring, but yet you have contributors down the score sheet as well. So as balanced out of the gate with just a couple of weeks of practice as you want it to be?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much exactly where we want to be. We've had, I think, 7 girls every single game, maybe 1 we only had 6 on the score sheet, and those are contributing from everywhere. Also, it came down to we had some pretty wide open shots that we missed down there, I think, earlier in the game that we were just trying to get settled into, some 15-footers that could have probably went and gave some other girls a little bit more confidence going through the game.
It's been fun to watch. Would encourage everyone listening and watching to head out tomorrow afternoon. You guys have one more game here at the Lander Invite. Any thoughts on that last matchup?
Yeah, I'd say everybody come out. It should be a good one. We get to play Powell on our home court. They're always a good team and a dogfight, so it'll be fun to play.
All right, Coach, appreciate the time. Congratulations. See you tomorrow.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Head coach Drew Powell of the Lander Tigers speaking with us during the halftime of the boys game yesterday about his team's perfect 3-0 start to the regular season so far. Just about ready to get underway as Powell's ladies are being introduced, followed by starters for head coach Drew Powell's Lander Tigers. I will say I did have a chance to cover this Powell Panther team pretty extensively at the state tournament in Casper last season, and they have some playmakers. Ivy Agee, one to watch, number 10. She is only a junior. Hallie Hancock, Coy Erickson, all returning players from Powell's state tournament bound Panthers team last season. In the meantime, the girls of Lander are being announced. Starting lineups are Goklish, McFadden, Mulholland, Goggles, and Reinhardt. Same starting lineups throughout the tournament for head coach Drew Powell. This has been the Porter's Tailgate Show, brought to you by Porter's Mountain View Supply in Riverton, your one-stop shop for grills, spas, stoves, pellets, and more. Porter's is a proud supporter of Fremont County athletes. Scott Fuller with you on 1330 KOVE and County10.com. Glad you're with us for the final day of the Lander Invite. It has been a great tournament thus far. And we are just about underway between Lander and Powell. Tip is, not sure it was won by anybody, but we'll say it was won by Powell because it's out of bounds to Powell after Kendall McFadden. And so the Panthers will get the clock going in the first quarter with their first possession of the game. It's Emery Hernandez for the Panthers at the top of the key, starting the offense for Powell. Not a whole lot of size on this Panther team, but they can shoot from anywhere. As you see there, a 3 in the corner is no good, though. Offensive rebound, second chance for the Panthers. Swinging it from left to right around the 3-point stripe. Caitlin Floy, top of the key. Panthers work their offense to the right side. Now dive in on the right elbow. And Floy is contacted as she attempts a shot diving in, so a couple of free throws, I believe, will be coming for Caitlin Floy. First free throw from Caitlin Floy is up and good, and the Powell Panthers have the first points of the basketball game. Lander yet to have an offensive possession, 28 seconds into the game. Caitlin Floy's second is no good. Offensive rebound is kicked out and then given up to Goggles. Hayden Goggles diving in transition on the right elbow, tries a bounce pass to Goklish, but that's intercepted. So quick Lander possession, but they turn the ball over, and with 7:19 to go in the first, it's right back to the Powell Panthers with a 1-0 lead. Caitlin Floy 1 of 2 from the stripe, representing the only points in the game so far. Here's a 3 from Hernandez. Emery Hernandez hits from long range. Don't let these Powell Panthers get going from downtown. They have shooters all over the floor, and some full court pressure on Goggles as she crosses the timeline for Lander. Goggles picks up her dribble, hands it to Reinhardt. Weave up top to Mulholland. Zoe Mulholland to Daisy Goklish. Daisy Goklish for 3. Goklish, co-point guard for this Lander team, is a sophomore. Gets the scoring going for Lander. She's got 3 on the night. Richardson trying to answer with a 3 for Powell, and that's good from downtown. Expecting a shootout and a lot of points in this game. We'll see if that manifests itself as Goklish saves the ball inside. Nice play by Daisy to Reinhardt. Reinhardt to the top of the key. That's Mulholland for 3. That's no good. Rebound is pulled in by Floy. Caitlin Floy starts things with 6:08 to go for the Powell Panthers. Powell on top of Lander, 7-3. Early action of the first game of our Lander-Powell doubleheader. Long 2 in the corner from Powell doesn't fall. Deegan Reinhardt gets it off to Goggles. Kind of full court man-to-man pressure a bit from Powell early on. Lander operates their offense with Zoe Mulholland at the top of the key. Excuse me, that's McFadden. McFadden with a bounce pass to Goggles. Goggles, right side outside. Worked on there by Floy. Goggles picked up her dribble, asking for some help. Finally does get it off to Daisy Goklish. Goklish at the logo, driving left elbow now, kicks it out. The ball stolen away by Powell. Here's a transition opportunity for Richardson and the Panthers. The ball gets away from Alexa. She'll pick it up and kind of, I don't know what that was. I think she meant to pass that and it may have slipped. Might go as a shot attempt. It was a pass all the way across the floor that hit the back of the backboard. Don't think that was a shot. I think that was meant to be a pass and the ball may have slipped a little bit there, but Lander will take the turnover as Goklish crosses the timeline, now gets it back. Looks for a screen and a pick and roll from Reinhardt. Nice play down low, the assist to Daisy. Well, Reinhardt missed the bunny. Reinhardt doing all the work of the pick and roll and then the dive and couldn't make the layup. Here's a 3 from Richardson for Powell. That's no good. Reinhardt is there for Lander with a rebound. And Goggles lost the handle and then gave up on the play. Emery Hernandez in transition, but Goggles with a block out of bounds. Hayden Goggles lost the handle, but was able to get back on defense and block the ball out of bounds. It will still be Powell Panther basketball as Emery Hernandez gets to the top of the key to Richardson. Richardson along 2, that's no good. Rebound is pulled in by Lander and Goggles. Goggles helped by Daisy Goklish. Daisy now has the ball at the top of the key. Pulls up for a long, high-arcing 2 that's no good. Offensive rebound pulled in by Reinhardt. Reinhardt gets it outside to Mulholland. Now to Goggles, and McFadden thought about a 3. Weaving up top with screens are the Lady Tigers. Goklish to Reinhardt. Diving in is Goggles. She's double-teamed down low. Nice bounce pass from Goggles. She gets it back and then lost the handle, but she'll draw a foul. 4th game that these Lander girls have played in 3 days. They had 2 games on Thursday. That was kind of a long day. You may see a cumulative effect on that fatigue, as it's a lot of basketball to play early in the season. But successful so far for the Lady Tigers, entering this matchup against 5th-ranked Powell with a perfect 3-0 record. Kendall McFadden off of the inbounds. Nice backdoor cut from Daisy Goklish, who finishes with the left hand. Daisy has all 5 of Lander's points early on, 7-5 Powell on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Panthers able to cross the timeline and break the press with a couple of passes. Ball is tipped out of bounds, back to Lander, so the press forces the turnover down the floor, and Lander with the ball back with 3:23 to go in the first quarter. Full court, man-to-man, at least on the 2-point guards from Powell. They've shown a lot of attention to Goggles and Goklish. Daisy across the timeline. Passes it to Goggles. Goggles with a spin move, the left elbow. Blind pass behind her back. Mulholland thought about a 3, gave it up to McFadden. Reinhardt, right side outside. Now working left side, and the shot from Goggles is blocked from 3, but Lander retains possession. It's Mulholland working top of the key. Zoe drives in with the right hand. Zoe Mulholland's in the scorebook, and the Lander Tigers have tied the game at 7. Powell in transition, diving in is Ivy Agee. Ivy with a pass to the right elbow to Kidd. Kidd traveled with it. Ivy Agee, number 10 for Powell, special basketball player, has been pretty quiet here in the first quarter. She's a great outside shooter, just has not had any looks given to her by the Lander defense so far. 2.5 to go in the first quarter, all tied up at 7. Lander girls hosting Powell on the final day of the Lander invite. Goggles lost the handle, gets it back, picks up her dribble at the top of the key. Looking for someone to hand the ball off to as she is double-teamed, nearly a 5-second call, gets it away into a turnover in transition. Powell forcing ahead to Kidd. Kidd couldn't get there, and Lander will get the ball back after Powell outruns their transition. .2:12 to go in the first quarter on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard, all 7s. As Goggles crosses the timeline. She picks up her dribble and needs help. And the ball is stolen away by Emery Hernandez. Emery with the right hands at the other ends gives Powell the lead back. Inbound is Addie Rounds into the game for Lander. Addie picks up her dribble just outside the paint, gives it off to Reinhardt. Reinhardt with a dish out to Goklish. Daisy is blocked from behind, no call. Apparently all ball. Coy Erickson gets the ball for Powell. Minute 34 remaining in the first quarter. Chelsea Kistler giving instructions from the Powell bench as her offense gets going with a 2-point lead. The ball somehow, whether it was a shot or a loss of a handle, ended up at the top of the backboard and out of bounds, so Lander gets the ball back. So Lander inbounding. The full court in front of them, 1:22 to go in the first quarter. Daisy Goklish on the inbound, just pressing the issue to the left elbow. Gets to Reinhardt, driving the paint. Nice jump shot from Dagan Reinhardt, who is on the board as well, as Lander ties the game up at 9. Might be in for a great start to our doubleheader if things keep up this way. Kind of what we expected, 2 really good girls teams. Bounce pass in transition to Caitlin Floyd is the answer for the Powell Panthers. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. It's Goggles working one-on-one at the logo. Goggles picks up her dribble. Entry pass inside to Rounds. Rounds traveled before she got the shot off. Turnover from Lander, trailing by 2 to Powell with 42 seconds remaining in the first quarter on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Richardson inbounding for the Powell Panthers. Emery Hernandez walks it across the timeline without pressure. Goggles is waiting for her there at the other side. 33 seconds remaining as Hernandez starts the ball right for the Panthers. Crossover from Ivy Agee. She's dangerous from there. A little short on that shot, though. Lander trying to take advantage in transition, pushing the ball ahead to Goklish. Daisy with a mid-range 2. That's good. Daisy Goklish with 7 points and a great start to her offensive first quarter, all tied up at 11. 10 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Powell with time for points before the buzzer. They swing it left to start. 6 seconds remaining in the quarter.
It's going to Hernandez to Ivy Agee, who just heaves it. That will be the end of the first quarter, all tied up at 11. Powell and Lander back for quarter number 2 next on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
We are Maven. We focus on the fundamentals, clean, simple designs with the very best modern materials and technologies. We refuse to compromise our mountain town roots to follow the well-worn path to $1. We choose instead to make game-changing gear and use it in the places and pursuits that inspire us every day. We are Maven, a company focused on the design and creation of innovative products for and by the modern outdoorsman.
At Redden Kane and Associates CPAs, we serve clients across Fremont County and beyond with top-tier accounting services. From individual taxes to business consulting, our creative and precise team offers tax management, estate planning, and more. You'll find us engaged and meticulous to ensure each client gets personalized guidance. Visit rivertoncpa.com to learn more about our services and how we can help you achieve financial success.
Your home for Lander Tiger basketball all season long. KOVE Radio, 1330 AM and 107.7 FM.
Start of the second quarter, day 3 of the Lander Invite. Lander hosting Powell for their final of 4 tournament games to start the season this weekend, all tied up at 11. Lander 3-0. Powell entering the weekend ranked 5th in the state. Good first quarter so far. Lander with the ball to start. Entry feed inside. It's going to be Zoe Mulholland, who is blocked. Ball stolen away. First possession from Lander in the second quarter is an empty one, and now Powell looking to answer. That's Ivy Agee from her spot, but that's no good. Ivy Agee starting the season cold. I have to take my word for it. She put on a show in the state tournament in Casper last year, and most of the points that she scored was from right where she shot that last ball, but Ivy's put up a couple of shots for Powell and hasn't hit the rim yet. 7:33 to go in the second quarter. Inbound for Powell after the knockout of bounds by Lander. Floyd has it, left side out. Now Ivy Agee, top of the key and beyond. Gets the ball right. Ivy resets and now has the ball back at the logo. She's going to swing back to the left to Richardson. Skip pass to the right side outside for 3. That's no good. Ivy Agee on the rebound. Threw the ball up against the backboard. Hit nothing else, and Lander comes away with the rebound. Goklish dealing with pressure, but in transition now. Behind the back dribble from Daisy. Boy, Daisy crossed up her defender and then couldn't finish with mid-range too, but nice ball handling skills here. Head coach Drew Powell talked about both Daisy and Hayden Goggles and their ability to handle the basketball. Entry pass inside to Caitlin Floyd is up and good. Powell with a 13-11 lead on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Daisy Goklish needs some help as she inbounds. Gets the ball ahead to Paisley Hollingshead, who has checked into the game for the first time. Didn't see Paisley in the first quarter. Paisley just a sophomore, but very tall. Probably going to be the tallest player on the floor in every game Lander plays just about, and quick in transition. Gets down the floor as fast as anybody. And again, for Lander, only a sophomore. Kendall McFadden, top of the key to Paisley Hollingshead. Paisley with a sweeping right hand, couldn't finish. 6:28 to go. Powell with the ball and a 2-point lead. There's an entry into the corner, and now back up top of the key as Powell resets. See Hernandez for Powell, feeding to Ivy Agee in the corner. Ivy with a nice backdoor bounce pass and a finish off the glass. Powell with a 4-point lead. 15-11, 6-minute mark of the first half on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Daisy Goklish crosses up her defender again, gets to Zoe Mulholland at the top of the key. McFadden on the right wing, now top. Back to her defender and then pulls back. Zoe Mulholland has it on the left side. Tigers playing catch with Paisley Hollingshead now. Trouble with the handle, so she picks up her dribble. Is tipped away, and then she's fouled. Be the second team foul of the quarter for Powell. Lander with a clean first half and no fouls committed here in the second quarter. Powell coach Chelsea Kistler getting 3 new Powell Panthers into the game as Hayden Goggles inbounds in front of the Powell bench.
Addie Rounds picks up her dribble after a few. She's too far away from the basket. Looks for a backdoor cut in the lane, but that's knocked out of bounds. Will stay Lander basketball. 5:24 remaining in the first half. Lander now trailing by 4. Haven't scored in a few minutes of game time now. Reinhardt to McFadden. Nope, that's Addie Rounds. Addie has the ball knocked away. Needs some help. Gets it to the top of the key. McFadden hands the ball off. Reinhardt now picks up her dribble well beyond the basket. Addie Rounds gets free. Re-entry pass to Reinhardt on the give and go. And that's out of bounds off of Dugan Reinhardt. Back to Powell. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Powell Panthers on top 15-11. Powell 5th ranked in the state, though they did lose to Pinedale earlier in the tournament. So that ranking may change, especially depending on the results of this game. But right now, Powell in the lead. Alexa Richardson gets it to Shelby Zeichflus. Lost the handle on the entry, though, and Lander had a chance in transition. Took a while to clear the timeline, but here comes Reinhardt. Pass too strong for Kendall McFadden. Another Lander Tiger turnover in transition. Daisy Goklish checks back into the game, but the next whistle. Here's a 3 from Hernandez. That's no good, but a foul on the rebound I think will be Lander's first. No, that's going to be a foul on Powell. Ava Teaton gets her first foul. 3rd team foul of the quarter. Lander still with 0. 4:14 remaining in the first quarter, and Lander trailing by 4. Trying to go 4-0 to start the season. Don't have any record books in front of me, but I'd wager it's been a while since Lander would have started 3-0, to say nothing of 4-0, as Goggles looks for help in the lane. Gets to Kendall McFadden right side outside. There's a 3. That's good off the glass, and Daisy Goklish, having checked into the game, is in double figures in the first half. She now has 10. Lander cuts the lead to 1. Daisy's had a great first half. A couple of great passes, great ball handling. Probably the best point guard ball handling we've seen from her in the tournament. She's got 10 points. Floater in the lane for the answer is no good. Powell comes down with the offensive rebound, though. Here's a long 2. That was a 2, not a 3 from the corner, and that's good for Powell. So the lead back to 3 for the Lady Panthers. Goklish with the ball right side outside. Skips it up top of the key to McFadden. Kendall gets the ball to Deegan Reinhardt. Reinhardt, long 3, no good. And easy rebound for Coy Erickson. Powell trots down the floor with 3:04 to go. Top of the key is Hernandez. Richardson now on the left side. Skips it back right. Now back up top to Ava Tetten. There's a bomb of a 3 that's too long. Rebounds on the floor, scrum for it, and finally it's going to be come away with. I think that's Mulholland who gathered that in, and Daisy Goklish in transition pushes the ball ahead to Kendall McFadden. Long 2, and a pretty shot from Kendall McFadden, who is on the scoreboard. That's going to force a timeout that's taken by Powell. That's their first of the game. Want to thank you for joining us all over the country and all over Fremont County at county10.com and 1330 KOVE. Our broadcasts of Lander basketball will be available all season long, brought to you in part by Bailey Tire and Auto. Proud to support our local athletes. Our full-service tire and auto shops at 755 South Federal in Riverton and 1305 West Main, just a couple of blocks down the street here in Lander. It's a beautiful afternoon here in Lander for those of you watching remotely. No snow here in the basin, down in the valley, and we are expecting 6 or 8 inches up in the mountains tonight. But the drive-in was lovely, a little bit cloudy. But basketball season's here, so anytime that you can make it to the gym is a good day. Lander Tigers off to a great start to the season. Mentioned 3-0 in this tournament they are hosting and trying to make it 4. Powell Panthers in their way, currently with a 1-point lead. Late in the first half, 2:26 remaining in the second quarter on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Following the Powell timeout, they walk it across the timeline. Start out right side outside, now in the corner. screen there, but the drive's on the baseline. Pass inside to a streaking Emery Hernandez, who gets the buckets, and now a 3-point advantage for the Powell Panthers. Goklish at the logo, spinning around to the free throw line, lost the handle, but the ball's tied up. Nice job there by Daisy Goklish. Got out a little bit ahead over her skis there, but was smart enough to tie up the ball. But the possession arrow does go to the Powell Panthers. Lander yet to commit a foul. 0 in the second quarter. Powell has 3, 1 more to give, under 2 minutes to go. Emery Hernandez starts things for the Powell Panthers. This was a very fun team to watch without any Fremont County teams in the tournament, or at least without Lander in the tournament last year. Powell was a good group to watch. They lost a couple of seniors, but they do return a couple of underclassmen. This will be a foul on Goggles on the shot attempt. That'll be her first. I think, yep, that's her first and the first team foul of the second quarter. Free throws are upcoming for Lee Graham. First one is no good. .137 on the second quarter clock, pending the second Powell free throw from Graham. That one is good. Panthers lead is now 4. Lander quiet offensively in the last few minutes of second quarter game time. Goklish trying to fix that with a 3. Daisy Goklish from downtown. She has 13 of Lander's 19 points. Just like that, the Tigers back within a point. Minute 22 remaining in the first half. Powell starts outside on the right. Pass inside to Graham. Graham gets it back out. Minute 8 remaining. This is Kidd up high, top of the key, guarded by Reinhardt. Cut in the lane with a streaking Coy Erickson, who puts that away for Powell. Goggles forcing the issue the other way. Hayden pass along the baseline was tipped out of bounds by Zickfus. But Lander retains possession with 47 seconds remaining and trailing 22-19 in the closing seconds of the first half. Entry pass finds its way to McFadden up top. Kendall gives to Goggles. Goggles for 3. Ooh, good looking shot, just missed. Offensive rebound by Reinhardt is tipped out of bounds by Powell, so Lander retains possession. Hayden Goggles is going to get going offensively, scoreless so far, but she never stays that way for very long. Goggles with the ball back on the inbound. She's going to give it up to Daisy Goklish, who is on fire. 2 threes in a row from Daisy Goklish. And that ties the game at 22. Daisy with 16 points in the first half. 17 seconds as Powell works up high with Coy Erickson. Coy gets the ball into the left corner. Here's a drive along the baseline. Pulled back for a 3. Nope, Coy Erickson pulled it back. Now she fires it. Coy missed that. 4 seconds on the clock. Now 3. Lander's going to have to hurry. And the buzzer will sound to end the first half right where we started. We're all tied up 22-22. Wide-Out Buckle Up for Life halftime show to recap scoring in the first half and get you set for the remaining 2 quarters of this game coming up right after this on 1330 KOVE and county10.com.
Gambles is your one-stop shop for furniture, mattresses, and appliances in Lander, Wyoming. We have an unbeatable selection of furniture for your living room, bedroom, and dining room. Plus, we have the latest trends in home furnishings. Our mattresses are comfortable and affordable, and our appliances are built to last. Whether you're looking for a new TV, sofa, or refrigerator, we have the perfect finish, style, and function for your home. Visit us at 420 Main Street in Lander, or check out our website, landergambles.com. Today.
Welcome to Bailey Tire Pros, your local tire and auto repair specialists in Riverton and Lander. Say no to endless online tire listings and experience the convenience of local service. With unbeatable prices and top quality tires, we're here to change the game. Quality service and expert staff ensure you always get the right fit for your car. Choose local. Choose Bailey Tire Pros, where your satisfaction hits the road.
Porter's Mountain View Supply, your local experts in fire and water. We've got everything you need for new installs to accessories, and don't forget our great selection of stoves, grills, and spas. We've been serving Wyoming for over 40 years, so you know you can trust us for quality products and expert service. Visit portersmvs.com or stop by our Riverton or Casper locations today. Porter's Mountain View Supply, located on 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton.
Welcome to Fremont Chevrolet GMC Riverton, where we exceed your expectations and deliver the best service possible. Located on Federal in Riverton, we're here to make local car shopping fun again. Explore our wide selection of new and used Chevrolet and GMC vehicles. As truck and trailering experts, we offer a variety of options tailored to your needs. Experience exceptional customer service and competitive prices. Visit our website at FremontChevyGMCRiverton.com to find your next vehicle today.
Perfect Power is a proud supporter of athletics and student athletes all across Fremont County. Perfect Power provides services for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. Darren Hubble, owner and master electrician, has over 30 years of electrical experience. Darren's trustworthy team of professionals can get the job done right. Perfect Power, serving Fremont County and surrounding areas. Stop into 1320 West Main Street, Lander, or give them a call at 307-332-7184.
Wyoming Catholic College is a unique institution that offers an immersion in the Western tradition, the beauty and challenges of the wilderness, and the treasures of the Catholic spiritual heritage. Our mission is to provide a unique educational experience that nurtures the body, mind, and spirit. We are proud of our alumni success stories and the learning opportunities we offer through our academic outreach program. Come and explore our campus in Lander, Wyoming.
Your home for Lander Tiger basketball all season long. KOVE Radio, 1330 AM and 107.7 FM.
We're at halftime here at Lander Valley High School between Lander's girls and the Powell Panthers, and we're all tied up at 22. Getting buckled in for what may be an exciting finish of Lander's fourth game of the season. And welcome into the YDOT Buckle Up for Life halftime show. Speaking of which, YDOT reminding you that seatbelts save lives. Buckle up so you can stay in the game every time, every ride. Back and forth in the first half between Lander and Powell, with the Panthers maintaining the lead for most of that first half, but Lander was never too far away. And it was the Daisy Goklish show offensively. The sophomore point guard looking at individual scoring numbers from that first half with 16 of Lander's 22 points, including a couple of three-pointers. Other scorers included Kendall McFadden, Zoe Mulholland, and Dagan Reinhardt, who all had 2 points in that first half. But aside from that, it was Daisy Goklish. Notably absent from the score sheet so far is Hayden Goggles, but she will get going, and that might be the strategy, is to try to work open Goggles for some opportunities to push the floor a little bit. And if she can get going alongside her co-point guard in Daisy Goklish, Lander may be able to run away from the fifth-ranked team in the state in the Powell Panthers. Powell in a game against Pinedale earlier in the tournament did lose that game, so we'll keep an eye on the standings when they come out next week. But Lander is trying to improve to 4-0 to start the regular season, having defeated Rollins, Newcastle, and Thermopolis, and none of those three games were particularly close either. This one is going to be, though. Powell's always a good team, and it's going to be a fun second half to watch, shaping up for a doozy here in Lander. Come on out if you're in the Lander Valley area. We have a boys game to follow this one that also promises a decent matchup between Lander on the boys' side, 2-1, having won their first 2 games against Rollins and Newcastle, but they ran up against a very good Thermopolis team from Hot Springs County last night, ranked 3rd in the state, and we saw exactly why, although the Lander boys never quite gave up on that game either. They had things at least within shouting distance in the fourth quarter. Thermopolis hot early, getting a definitive dunk in the first couple of minutes of that game and kind of set the tone for things. So if you are free and looking for something to do, it's a good couple of basketball halves that we have coming up with the remaining game of the girls and the boys to follow. But anyway, Daisy Goklish with 16 points is the storyline for Lander in the first half. We'll take one more break, come back to wrap up the Y-Dot Buckle Up for Life halftime show and get you set for half number 2 right after this on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
We are Maven. We focus on the fundamentals, clean, simple designs with the very best modern materials and technologies. We refuse to compromise our mountain town roots to follow the well-worn path to $1. We choose instead to make game-changing gear and use it in the places and pursuits that inspire us every day. We are Maven, a company focused on the design and creation of innovative products for and by the modern outdoorsman.
At Redden Kane and Associates CPAs, we serve clients across Fremont County and beyond with top-tier accounting services. From individual taxes to business consulting, our creative and precise team offers tax management, estate planning, and more. You'll find us engaged and meticulous to ensure each client gets personalized guidance. Visit rivertoncpa.com to learn more about our services and how we can help you achieve financial success.
This County 10 sports broadcast made possible by Myers Gambles, Central Bank and Trust, Wyoming Catholic College, Elevate Rehab, Goddard Construction, Bailey Tire and Auto Services, Haskell's Furniture and Flooring, Wyoglass, Redden Kane and Associates, Remax, the Wyoming Department of Transportation, State Farm Agent Tyler Watson, Eyes on Fremont, Hampton Inn and Suites, Maven, Edward Jones, John Shade, Sage West, Boyle Electric, Perfect Power, Baldwin Creek Rental Service, Northside Auto Body Glass, Fremont Chevrolet, and the Fremont County Prevention Program.
The Tigers play here. KOVE Radio.
Lander girls basketball ready for the second half in just about a minute or so with Powell and Lander deadlocked at 22 apiece. Welcome back to the Y-Dot Buckle Up for Life halftime show. Scoring summary from the first half once again. Daisy Goklish, sophomore co-point guard for the Lander Tigers, with 16 points. Kendall McFadden, Zoe Mulholland, Dagan Reinhart all adding 2 points. Only 4 scores on Lander's score sheet. First time in the first 4 games that we've seen Lander not very balanced when it comes to their offensive attack, their defensive pressure, and it shows up on the score sheet. You'll usually see Daisy Goklish and Goggles end up with double figures, and about 6 or 7 other ladies scoring on any given night as well. It's been a little bit less firepower offensively from half of that battery in the first half, but we're ready for the second half and a fresh basketball game with a tie score. This has been the Y-Dot Buckle Up for Life halftime show, reminding you that seatbelts save lives. Buckle up so you can stay in the game every time, every ride. Set for the third quarter with the Lander Tigers inbounding from the side. It'll be Goggles to start things across the logo for the Tigers. Eden picks up her dribble right away, gets it to Mulholland. Back to Goggles. Goggles driving in and dishes into the corner. There's travel. It was called, I think, on McFadden in the corner. So 12 seconds of possession for the Tigers, no points to show for it, and Powell inbounds against a full court press from head coach Drew Powell of the Lander Tigers. It'll be Hernandez driving in to break that press, and now a shot from just beyond the free throw line's no good. Powell pulls down the offensive rebound but throws the ball away, so Lander with the ball back. Mulholland inbounding. And it's Daisy Goklish. One-on-one there, pulls it up for 3. Daisy is feeling it in the first half with 16 points, but missed that long 3. Rebound pulled in by Powell. Nice defense here individually by Daisy Goklish on Coy Erickson as well. Good to see from the sophomore. But Powell able to break the pressure and now sets up their offense. A screen up top as Powell weaves. Driving in right elbow and losing the handle was Coy Erickson. Erickson kicks it back out for a 3 attempts on the left side. That looked good, but is not. Just rims out. Lander trying to capitalize on some missed opportunities, but instead the Tigers throw the ball away. Reinhardt got turned around on the pass from Goklish. Hernandez with the ball for Powell. Starts their offense on the right side with Alexa Richardson. Entry pass is knocked back to Richardson. So Powell will start over, this time trying the left side. Entry pass down low, and they'll get Deegan Reinhardt for a foul. Should be her first, and the first team foul of the third quarter.
First team foul, first personal.
Inbound for Powell under the basket. 2 other players on either side of the lane. Scoop shot from Kidd does fall for Powell, and they get the first points of the second half. Powell up 24-22. 6:20 remaining in the third quarter on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard as Goggles drives in and kicks out. Mulholland gets it up to Reinhardt's right elbow. Reinhardt with a nice spin move, tried to go up and under and ran out of room. So a turnover. Powell in transition the other way. Starts left wing. Sage Kidd at the top of the key. Eyes a 3. That's good. Powell starting to score some points here in the second half. Lander still looking for their first bucket of the third quarter with 5:48 to go. So be Goklish behind the back across the timeline. Goklish pulls up her dribble. Goggles spinning in the lane with the right hand. She's fouled. So we'll see if we can get Hayden Goggles going from the free throw line. Hayden's got a couple coming up. She's looking for her first points of the game. Very uncharacteristic to not have Hayden Goggles on the score sheet after a full half of play. First free throw from Hayden Goggles is good. Cuts the lead to 4. And the second free throw also good. So Hayden Goggles 2 of 2 from the line, getting her first 2 points of the game. Powell with Emery Hernandez guarded by Goggles at the logo. Driving on the right side, Emery Hernandez gets to the top of the key. Powell the entry pass inside. I think that's Coy Erickson with a turnaround that's no good. Rebound off of Powell and back to Lander. Emery Hernandez couldn't corral it for the Panthers. Still see some of that full court pressure. A little bit soft on the pressure as Powell backs off across the timeline, and now it is Goklish across the logo. The crossover on the left side. Feeds to Reinhardt. Reinhardt driving left elbow, lost the handle, but the ball finds its way into the arms of Kendall McFadden to save the possession for the Tigers. McFadden with a spin at the top, looking for a cutting Goklish. Excuse me, that was Goggles who put up an impossible shot. Nearly made it. As Goggles had to, behind her back, throw the ball up at an angle against the backboard. That actually had a prayer of going in. That would have been an incredible shot. Goggles now having to inbound after the ball knocked out of bounds by Powell. It's Goggles working on the right side. Entry pass to Reinhardt. Reinhardt backs in, throws the ball away. Steal by Powell. 4.5 to go in the third quarter. Powell in transition to Richardson. Bounce pass inside to Floyd, but she is fouled by Reinhardt, who didn't have good position before the shot, so this will not be a shooting foul. It's going to be number 2 on Reinhardt, and it's the second foul of the third quarter for the Tigers. Powell on the inbound. From low to high, and now right side corner 3 is no good. Goklish tracks down the rebound for Lander. Daisy pushing in transition. Goklish pulls up a 3. Daisy Goklish, no good. Rebound from Goggles in the putback. That is good. Hayden Goggles with some much-needed points for the Lander Tigers to pull LVHS within 1 with 4:05 to go in the third quarter. Erickson across the timeline. Behind the back is guarded by McFadden. McFadden fights off a screen and will be called for a foul. Tough break for Kendall McFadden. She had to fight through a screen not once but twice, and then just a little bit of contact on the ball handler, so they'll get Kendall for her first, and the third Tiger team foul of the quarter. Powell only has one this frame. This is Ivy Agee driving in. She's blocked by a couple of Lander Tigers. Goggles was there. McFadden on the initial defense. The ball out of bounds to Powell. Ivy Agee has been remarkably quiet, having seen this Powell team at the state tournament last year. Ivy does have it at the top of the key. Emery Hernandez to Ivy Agee. Double teamed immediately. And Ivy's on the floor, throwing it to one of her teammates, but the ball stolen away by Hayden Goggles. You see how Lander is collapsing immediately on Ivy Agee, and that might be the reason why Ivy's been so quiet, but Agee's going to be tagged with a foul right now. That's her first, team's second. Lander has one more foul to give, Powell 2 to give, with 3:26 remaining in the third quarter. Powell Panthers up on the Lander ladies by a point. Ticking away here in the third quarter. Entry pass from the left side is Hollingshead. Paisley with a nice turnaround, but it wouldn't fall. And the ball is back to Powell. You sense across both teams, the little bit of fatigue. Fourth game in 3 days here at the Lander Invite, at least for Lander. This will be Powell's second contest of the tournament. Panthers with Floyd in the right. Entry pass down to the low block, and foul's going to be called on Goggles, who is trying to plead her case to the official that she was going straight up, but the foul nonetheless on Goggles. Oh, they got Paisley Hollingshead on the foul, which actually is a break for the Tigers. That'll only be Paisley's first foul. 3 minutes even to go in the third quarter as the first free throw is up and good following the foul. Sage Kidd eyes her second. Addie Rounds heading into the game for the Tigers. Second free throw is also up and good. Powell back up by 3, 29-26. A whistle on the inbound as they'll get Rounds into the game for Kendall McFadden. Goklish starts things for Lander, under 3 minutes to go in the quarter. Daisy Goklish lost the handle at the logo, but regains it. Pass right side to Goggles. Goggles driving. Cross the lane to the left elbow, and Goggles is fouled. She's got a couple more free throws coming. Hayden Goggles without a point in the first half. She now has 4. The chance to add a couple. Ivy Agee tagged for the foul for Powell. That's her second. And the first free throw from Goggles is no good.
Into the Panther lineup, number 5, Coy Erickson.
Powell up by 3. Goggles for Lander with her second free throw. That's good. Bounced around a couple of times, but got it to go. Lander back within 2, 29-27, 2:40 to go in the third quarter on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Day 3, game 4 of the Lander Invite for the Lady Tigers. Ivy Agee driving in. Ivy missed too strong off the glass. The offensive rebound leads to a foul on Lander. I think that one is Goggles. It is. Hayden Goggles gets her second. And now Lander puts Powell in the bonus. First free throw is no good. Two and a half to go in the third quarter. Second free throw from Leah Graham is no good. And the rebound pulled in by Zoe Mulholland, but she lost the handle to Powell. Turnaround by Coy Erickson also goes out of bounds. And it will remain Powell basketball. So struggling on the defensive boards here in the second half. Powell with another chance after a couple of free throws. Reinhardt's back into the game, replacing Zoe Mulholland. 2:24 in the third quarter as Powell inbounds to Sage Kidd. Now up top to Coy Erickson. Erickson behind the back, guarded by Goklish. Hands to her right to Kidd. Bounce pass to reset the play to Ivy Agee at the top of the key. Floyd now has it, back to Agee. Swing to Hernandez, and Ivy Agee has the ball away from the basket at the top of the key. Ivy, with good defense by Daisy Goklish, has to give the ball up again. This 2-3 zone from Lander has been pretty effective in the half court, especially against those potent shooting guards. But here's a three from Coy Erickson that's no good. Reinhart with the rebounds. So good defensive possession there. Took a while, but Lander gets the ball back, now trailing by 2. Down the floor is Kendall McFadden. Streaking goggles, and now a long 2 from Hollingshead. Paisley Hollingshead gets her name on the score sheet with her first bucket of the game, and that ties the third quarter action at 29. Minute 23 to go in the frame. And with Emery Hernandez, and back to Ivy Agee for the Powell Panthers. Coy Erickson lost Agee's pass for a moment. Coy with a crossover in the lane. After getting it back, here's contact on Addie Rounds as she got the defensive rebound. So that'll be Powell's 4th team foul of the quarter. And Lander gets the possession. Pretty clean game, pretty quick game so far. This one has every indication it's going down to the wire. Hope you have time to join us for the upcoming fourth quarter here on 1330 KOVE and County10.com. Lander working their offense with Goklish on the left wing. Daisy drives in, picks up her dribble in the corner, skips it up top to Paisley Hollingshead, who is fouled, and Paisley will go to the free throw line as Lander is in the bonus. 52.4 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And Paisley Hollingshead, the sophomore, with 2 points on the game, to the free throw line. First one is good. Paisley gives Lander its first lead in a while. It's been all Powell, but Lander has kept it close. Second free throw too strong. Hollingshead 1 of 2 from the line. Lander with a 1 point lead. Powell looks to answer in transition with Coy Erickson. Up top now, swings left. 40 seconds on the third quarter clock. Panthers continue to work outside. It's Hernandez who plays catch with Coy Erickson. Hernandez asking for a screen now into the corner for Floyd. Floyd guarded there by Reinhart. Entry pass to the right elbow. The Sage Kid, that ball stolen away by Daisy Goklish, who wants to go coast to coast. Daisy is fouled hard, missed the shot, but she's got a couple of free throws coming up. Daisy Goklish on defense and on offense has given the Lander Tigers a spark all afternoon. 15.3 seconds remaining. Daisy has 16 points and a chance to add on here. Daisy missed a free throw. She's got one more coming. 15.3 on the clock. You have Hollingshead and Reinhart down there for a potential offensive rebound following this free throw. Goklish spins it. High arcing free throw as usual, but no good. Missed them both. Powell with the possession with 12 seconds remaining in the quarter. Erickson pushes it ahead to Hernandez. 7 seconds, now 6 into Floyd. Floyd is fouled and gets the bucket to go. 4.8 remaining, and Powell back on top by 1. It'll be Paisley Hollingshead's second foul. And the free throw is good. Powell up by 2. Lander inbounds with 4 seconds remaining. Not sure they have time to get down the floor with this pressure. A heave from Goggles falls nowhere close to the basket, but Lander and Powell are coming down the stretch in the fourth quarter. Coming up next, Panthers up by 2 on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
I'm John Shade, your Lander Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement of our young athletes that they receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why I, John Shade, with Edward Jones, is a proud sponsor of Lander Tigers and University of Wyoming on this station, 1330 KOVE. Call me today or visit edwardjones.com for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Northside Body Shop in Lander is proud to support sports and student athletes this season. Northside Body Shop is a staple in the Lander community and is primarily engaged in auto body, paint, and interior repair and maintenance. If you hit a deer or have a vehicle accident, Northside will get your repairs handled and accept all forms of insurance. Javi and the crew got you covered at Northside Body Shop, 323 North 2nd Street, Lander.
Proud to support Lander Valley High School. We are KOBE.
Quarter number 4, Lander and Powell in a good one here on day 3 of the Lander Invite. Powell Panthers up by 2, 32-30 over Lander as Powell inbounds to start the final quarter. Now it looks like Lander's aiming for a trap up high to start things defensively after the timeout. And it'll work. Hernandez with a high pass to Richardson with a couple of defenders right in front of Hernandez. Lander turns over Powell in the first 8 seconds of the quarter. Now the Tigers with the ball trailing by 2 and a reach-in foul prior to Goklish going in for the shot. Now that's an offensive.
Lady Panther basketball.
Must have called Goklish for a double dribble there. Didn't see that from here, but it's a ways away, so a turnover. And back to the Powell Panthers. Hernandez with a nice entry pass to Floyd. Floyd puts it up and can't get it to go. Rebound pulled down by Reinhardt for the Tigers. Deegan's looking for an outlet now to Daisy Goklish across the timeline. Daisy skips it to Mulholland. Now a nice pass feed into the corner from McFadden. That's no good. Powell back the other way. Richardson open for a moment in the corner, but closed in on by Eddie Rounds. Entry pass is stolen away. Lander looking for a transition opportunity with Goklish from the right elbow. Daisy lost the handle, and it was kicked. That should be, a travel before the kick. So they got Daisy Goklish for traveling as she lost her footing. And back to Powell. Under 7 to go in the game. Panthers by 2. Entry pass from the timeline with a shot being blocked from the free throw line by McFadden, but Powell tries to answer with a 3. Ball is knocked out of bounds by Sage Kidd. Back to Lander. So Powell is giving Lander opportunities. No points for either team in the quarter. As Goggles checks back into the game. Goggles across the timeline. Now feeds to her left. McFadden gets it up to Mulholland, still on the left wing. Top of the key is Reinhardt, and they feed it to Goggles on the right side. Goggles drives just above the free throw line and picks up her dribble. Now Goklish, who also picks up her dribble away from the basket. McFadden driving in with the left hand, turns around at the three-point line. This is to Reinhardt. Reinhardt from the right elbow into the right corner, and now swing up to Goklish, who drives into the lane, pulls up, off the glass, no good. Rebound is free, come down momentarily by Lander. I think that was off the Tigers.
Lady Tiger basketball.
Oh, that may have been a break for Lander. From here, it looked like that was Powell ball, but Goggles will inbound for LVHS. Trying to bounce it to Goklish, finally able to. Under 6 to go in the game. Tigers still trailing by 2, scoreless both teams here in the first couple of minutes of the fourth quarter. Pass down low to Goggles. Goggles from the right block, puts it up and in. Hayden Goggles breaks the scoring drought for Lander and ties the game at 32. Foul on the entry pass as Caitlin Floyd was going up. I think this will be before the shot, but let's see which Tiger they get. That'll be Goklish.
Daisy Goklish.
And her first personal foul. First foul by either team in the quarter. Powell inbounds and gets the ball to the top. Down to the left corner. Here's a 3. No good. Nice box out down there from Goggles to get the rebound. And Hayden pushes it ahead for Lander. Now Goggles has it in the right corner. She's driving in near the right elbow. The spin that nearly went off the glass, but no good. Rebound pulled in by Powell. Alexa Richardson, guarded by McFadden. Richardson, entry pass down low to Kidd. Kidd turning around through a double team. Rebound is finally corralled by Hayden Goggles. Lander going the other way. 5-minute mark of the game. All tied up at 32. Goggles driving through a screen, and they'll call an offensive foul on that screen on Deegan Reinhardt. Official saying she was moving her feet. Timeout taken by Powell. And it's a full timeout, so we'll step aside and come right back after this on 1330 KOVE and county10.com.
To Haskell Furniture and Flooring, now open in Riverton. Discover a huge variety of top brands like Ashley, Tempur-Pedic, Serta, Lazy Boy, and more. Our showroom is filled with stylish and comfortable furniture for every room. Come visit us at 2210 North Federal and transform your home today. Explore the exceptional quality and unbeatable prices we offer. Visit HaskellFurnitureandFlooring.com to learn more and start living in style.
Northside Body Shop in Lander is proud to support sports and student athletes this season. Northside Body Shop is a staple in the Lander community and is primarily engaged in auto body, paint, and interior repair and maintenance. If you hit a deer or have a vehicle accident, Northside will get your repairs handled and accept all forms of insurance. Javi and the crew got you covered at Northside Body Shop, 323 North 2nd Street, Lander.
Watch today's games on the County 10 YouTube channel or catch radio coverage on KOVE 1330 AM 107.7 FM.
Powell timeout came with 5 minutes exactly to go in the game. 32-32. Lander ladies up against the Powell Panthers, and we're all tied up with Powell inbounding following the timeouts. Crowd getting into it a little bit, led by the students who are in attendance here on the third day of the Lander Invites as Emery Hernandez works on goggles. Kicked out. And now driving in is Kidd. Sage Kidd with a nice floater, and Powell's back on top. Lander looking to get their offense going with Goklish. Behind the back, now top of the key. Daisy finally picks up her dribble, hands it off to Reinhardt. Reinhardt collects, now passes to McFadden. Kindle driving in one-on-one, and she is fouled. It'll be team foul number 1 on the quarter for the Powell Panthers, so a ways to go before free throws. Lander has 2 fouls. New rule in Wyoming basketball last year, no more single bonus, 5 fouls in a quarter, and your automatic double bonus. Both teams a ways away from that right now. Lander on the inbound to the entry pass. Ball gets away briefly. Pass out to McFadden. McFadden gives to Reinhardt in the corner with a bounce entry pass inside into the lane. Ball's on the ground. Reinhardt wants a timeout, and it was granted from the bench. Lander's first timeout. Will be a quick 30-second timeout to draw something up for the Lady Tiger offense. Our broadcasts all season long are brought to you in part by Perfect Power Electric in Lander, supporting our athletes on and off the field. Give Perfect Power a call today for all your electric needs. 332-7184. 4:07 mark of the fourth quarter, and Powell's up by 2. Scores for the Tigers, Daisy Goklish leading with 16. Hayden Goggles had 0 points in the first half. We knew that wasn't going to last. Hayden has 7 here in the second half. Other scoring from McFadden, Hollingshead, Mulholland, and Reinhardt. So things starting to even out a little bit statistically to what we're used to for these Lander ladies early in the season. Lander, after the Tiger timeout, will inbound with 4:07 remaining in the game. Tigers trailing by 2. Be Goggles doing the inbounding. Gets it up to Reinhardt. Reinhardt hands it off to Goklish. Goklish picks up her dribble after a few. McFadden now has it. Left side. McFadden looking for a cutting. Goggles pass was too strong. That's a tough pass. And here comes Powell in transition. Goggles hustling to get back into the play as Caitlin Floyd picks up her dribble and gets it to Hernandez at the logo. Hernandez gets a screen from Kidd. Kidd drops it off to Richardson. Alexa Richardson driving left side of the lane. Nice skip out pass and driving in for Powell. And getting the foul and the bucket was Caitlin Floyd. Powell extends their lead to 4 pending this free throw. Mulholland gets her second personal foul. That's team foul number 3 for the Tigers. We'll see Zoe come out of the game following her third foul. She's replaced by Paisley Hollingshead. Here is Floyd with a free throw. That is good. Powell's lead is now 5. 37-32 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. 3.5 to go in the game. Goggles. Nope, that's Goklish who lost the handle over the timeline. She called the timeout. Let's travel first. Goklish, realizing she was in trouble after she lost the dribble at the logo, asked the ref for a timeout, but he said she had previously traveled. So there's another turnover by the Tigers, and this is a big opportunity for Powell. Erickson on the inbound. And now to Emery Hernandez. Hernandez at the logo gets a screen. Weaving on the left side of the Panthers. Richardson stops at the free throw line. There's a floater inside from Emery Hernandez to extend Powell's lead to 7. Goklish with 3 minutes to go, trying to answer. Big three ball is no good. Rebound is now free. It's stolen away and put home by Daisy Goklish, who never quit on that play. Lander cuts it to within 5, and there's a 30-second timeout taken by the Tigers following the made buckets. 2:53 to go in the game. Reminder from YDOT that seatbelts save lives. Buckle up so you can stay in the game every time, every ride. And our broadcasts all year are brought to you in part by Wyoming Catholic College, a proud supporter of local athletes. Your dedication on and off the court is admirable. Find them online at wyomingcatholic.edu. 5 points. Powell Panther lead 39-34. Plenty of time left. 2:53 remaining in the fourth quarter. Head coach Drew Powell of the Lander Tigers taking a couple of timeouts recently to try to get his offense going a little bit, drawing up maybe some pressure here, it looks like, during that last timeout as Powell inbounds against a 1-2-2. Looks like actually a full court man-to-man of some variety, but it's broken fairly easily by Powell with Emery Hernandez driving in, and she's fouled. A couple of free throws upcoming. There was a shooting foul and the fourth team foul against the Lander Tigers. I think they got that number wrong. I think the official signaled 31 as opposed to 13, which would have been Zoe Mulholland. The first free throw is up and good from Hernandez. They corrected the foul. It was actually on Reinhardt, and that's her fourth. Second free throw is no good, rims out. Rebound is come down with by Daisy Goklish. Daisy into the corner for McFadden. McFadden to Reinhardt. This is Goggles from the free throw line. She kicks it out. Nice save there on the pass by Paisley Hollingshead. And Goggles looks for a three. That's no good. Tigers just can't buy a bucket in this fourth quarter. In transition, Hernandez holds things up for Powell. They're content to milk some clock here. They're up 5, 2:19 to go. Lander fans in attendance, asking their defense to do its thing. Backdoor cut and wide open is Erickson. Erickson missed the first shot. Second one is good. Powell is pulling away here toward the end. Lander with time, but need to get the offense going. Ball's tipped out of bounds as Goklish crossed the timeline. Floyd got a piece of it, and so Lander's going to have to inbound again. Goklish will do that. 2:01 to go in the game. 42-34 Powell, their largest lead of the contest. Goggles nearly threw the ball away to Goklish. Nice job by Daisy Goklish to save the possession. Daisy gets to Goggles. Hayden Goggles at the top of the key. Lander works their offense around the outside. They need points. Here's McFadden. Gives it off to Hollingshead. Paisley was open but missed it. Rebound is saved. That play was saved by Goggles, I believe. Yeah, Goggles got that back to Goklish, who now has 20 points on the game, and Lander trails 42-36 with 1:25 to go. Powell working their offense with Richardson, stolen away by Daisy Goklish. If she can corral this, she's got a lane to the basket. Daisy goes up, shot is good. Daisy with a good job to finish the play, and Lander will take a timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll step aside. Back after this on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
To Hampton Inn & Suites, your home away from home in Riverton. Enjoy top-notch amenities like our indoor pool, hot tub, and fitness center. Start your day with our complimentary breakfast. Stay connected with free Wi-Fi. Relax in one of our 89 beautifully furnished rooms. The Hampton Inn and Suites is proud to support the Riverton Athletics program and being a part of the Riverton High School Booster Club. We want to wish all student athletes the best this coming season and look forward to being a part of your success.
Get winter ready with Overhead Door. Don't let the cold in. It's time to prepare your garage door for winter. We'll give you safety, savings, and peace of mind. Our experts ensure your garage door is winter-proof with quality service and repairs. Trust the pros. Schedule your appointment today. Call 307-856-2210 or visit the website at overheaddoorriverton.com.
Your home for Lander Tiger basketball all season long. KOVE Radio, 1330 AM and 107.7 FM.
It'll be Powell on the inbounds with 1:11 to go. Panthers on top, the Lander Valley Lady Tigers 42-38. Powell across the timeline with Caitlin Floy. And now some half-court pressure by Lander. Ball nearly stolen away by Daisy Goklish, who got around the defender without fouling her and tried to throw it off her legs to turn the ball over. Just couldn't manage that, but will force Powell to inbound with 1 minute to go. Powell stacks and now inbounds into the backcourt with Emery Hernandez. 57 seconds and counting. Powell by 4. Hernandez, guarded by Goggles, fouled. And that is the 5th team foul against Lander. You're going to have to start doing that anyway at some point, fouling for time. So after Lander doesn't get the initial steal, Goggles will get her 3rd foul. Double bonus free throws upcoming for Hernandez. Emery's first is good for the Panthers. Powell now up by 5.
Back into the Lady Panther lineup, number 10, Ivy
2. Second free throw is also good. Lander with the ball, trailing by 6. It's Goklish with 50 seconds on the 4th quarter clock. Daisy working one-on-one against Floyd. Goklish drives in, shoots, no good. And the rebound to Powell. Hernandez comes down with it. Pushing the issue in transition for the Panthers. Lander's going to have to foul. Powell passing around to try to prevent that with 33 seconds remaining. You got a foul. And it is finally Goggles who comes in and commits the foul. That's going to be her 4th. Reinhardt there knew that she had 4 fouls, so probably smart of her not to foul, and Daisy came over to help out and said, I'll take my 4th too. 29.5 seconds remaining with free throws upcoming for Powell. First one is good. Extends the Panther lead to 7. Need quick points after, for the Tigers, what is hopefully a miss on the second free throw. Got to get the ball down the floor, and 2 or 3 would work. But the second free throw is no good. Ball is now on the floor as Reinhardt comes away with it. Gets it ahead to McFadden, 24 seconds remaining. McFadden may have double dribbled, no whistle. Bounce pass ahead to Goklish, who pulls up for a 2. That is good. Daisy Goklish adding on to her game-high total. And a timeout taken by Lander. Full timeout. We'll step aside. Back after this on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
Construction is a local contractor dedicated to our community. We're proud to support our student athletes in every sport, on and off the field. We believe in hard work, crafting excellence, and building legacies, one project at a time. We bring your vision to life. Visit GoddardConstruction.com to see what we can create for you. Goddard Construction, building Fremont County, one project at a time.
Perfect Power is a proud supporter of athletics and student athletes all across Fremont County. Perfect Power provides services for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. Darren Hubble, owner and master electrician, has over 30 years of electrical experience. Darren's trustworthy team of professionals can get the job done right. Perfect Power, serving Fremont County and surrounding areas. Stop into 1320 West Main Street, Lander, or give him a call at 307-332-7184.
14 seconds remaining. Powell is leading by 5 and has the basketball over the Lander ladies. Powell on the inbound. And a quick foul from Goggles, who is now fouled out, I believe. That is number 5 on Goggles, but somebody had to do it. Stop the clock. Zoe Mulholland will come in for Hayden Goggles. 11.8 now on the clock, and Powell's shooting a couple of free throws. Emery Hernandez, sophomore, with her first free throw. That is good. Powell extends the lead to 6, and a pretty big bucket coming up here for Emery Hernandez would make the lead 7 with only 11.8 seconds remaining. Second free throw is also good. Powell's up by 7, 11 seconds remaining. The inbound to Daisy Goklish. Someone needs to take a shot quickly here. Daisy across the timeline. Gets the ball left side to McFadden. McFadden driving in. Hangs. Fires. No good. Offensive rebound. Put back. No good. That's the end of the game. And the Powell Panthers have hung on to defeats the Lander Lady Tigers, handing Lander its first loss of the season. Powell 1-1 now on the year. Lander falls to 3-1. Come back after this for the Bailey Tire and Auto postgame show. Recap this girls' game and get you ready for the same matchup between Lander and Powell on the boys' side coming up next on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
Gambles is your one-stop shop for furniture, mattresses, and appliances in Lander, Wyoming. We have an unbeatable selection of furniture for your living room, bedroom, and dining room. Plus, we have the latest trends in home furnishings. Our mattresses are comfortable and affordable, and our appliances are built to last. Whether you're looking for a new TV, sofa, or refrigerator, we have the perfect finish, style, and function for your home. Visit us at 420 Main Street in Lander, or check out our website, landergambles.com. Today.
Porter's Mountain View Supply, your local experts in fire and water. We got everything you need for new installs to accessories, and don't forget our great selection of stoves, grills, and spas. We've been serving Wyoming for over 40 years, so you know you can trust us for quality products and expert service. Visit portersmbs.com or stop by our Riverton or Casper locations today. Porter's Mountain View Supply, located on 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton.
Watch the Tigers and Lady Tigers varsity games all season on County 10's YouTube channel.
Welcome back to Lander Valley High School. Following Lander's ladies' first loss of the season, the Powell Lady Panthers defeating LVHS and their girls 47-40. This is the Bailey Tire and Auto postgame show. Brought to you by Bailey Tire and Auto, proud supporter of our local athletes. Full-service tire and auto shops at 755 South Federal in Riverton and 1305 West Main in Lander. Well, nice game gone by. Was close throughout. Powell pulling away a little bit at the end. They led for most of the game, but never by more than 5 points. Lander hung right in there. It was just a little bit of an uncharacteristic beginning for the Lander girls basketball team. Daisy Goklish went off, but Hayden Goggles was scoreless in the first quarter, and the rest of the team, aside from Daisy Goklish, combined for 6 first half points. Things evened out a little bit better as we take a look at the final scoring numbers from the second half. Lander kind of found a groove a little bit. Daisy Goklish was the top scorer for the Lady Tigers with 24 points. Hayden Goggles got going in the second half. She had 7. Paisley Hollingshead had 3, and we had Deegan Reinhardt and Kendall McFadden with 2 points apiece. Daisy Goklish doing a great job of keeping her team in that game. We saw that a little bit from the Lander ladies last year as well. When you have a couple of scoring weapons like that, you can afford for someone to have a little bit of an off quarter or even an off half, and it's just a matter of time before the rest of the offense gets going. That was a little bit of the story of this game. But Powell, also a very good team, coming into the season ranked number 5 in the state. They did get a loss here over the weekend, but managed to hand Lander its first loss of the season in this first game of our Lander-Powell doubleheader. So once again, the final score 47-40. We'll take a break, come back right after this. Get you all set for the Powell and Lander boys game next on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
To Fremont Chevrolet GMC Riverton, where we exceed your expectations and deliver the best service possible. Located on Federal in Riverton, we're here to make local car shopping fun again. Explore our wide selection of new and used Chevrolet and GMC vehicles. As truck and trailering experts, we offer a variety of options tailored to your needs. Experience exceptional customer service and competitive prices. Visit our website at fremontchevygmcriverton.com to find your next vehicle today.
Who is RE/MAX All-Star Realtors? We're a professional real estate agency where your success is our priority. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, we're here to guide you every step of the way. With unmatched professionalism and a track record of delivering results, we're your trusted partners in real estate. Your success is our top priority. Find your perfect property with RE/MAX All-Star Realtors. Contact us at 307-856-7827 or visit remaxriverton.com.
Lander Basketball is on the air. With coverage of today's games, here's Scott Fuller.
And a pleasant good late afternoon, everyone. Welcome back inside Lander Valley High School. Day 3 of the Lander Invites and Game 2 of our doubleheader between Lander and Powell. This time the boys will match up. Lander's boys 2-1 on this season, having defeated Rollins, defeating Newcastle. Both those games were on Thursday, and then ran up against a great Thermopolis team last night. As we welcome you into the Porter's Tailgate Show, brought to you by Porter's Mountain View Supply in Riverton, your one-stop shop for grills, spas, stoves, pellets, and more. Porter's is a proud supporter of Fremont County athletes. It was a good Thermopolis team that the Lander boys played last night. We caught up with head coach Stu Mullins after his team's first loss of the year. Tigers now 2-1 on the season. Here was that conversation with head coach Mullins. Welcome back to the Porter's Tailgate Show. Leading up to Lander and Powell to wrap up the Lander Invite here on a Saturday evening. Joined by head boys basketball coach Stu Mullins. Coach, going back to last night, got your first loss of the season out of the way, so to speak. Thermopolis was in here, and darn good team. What were your takeaways, and what was your message to the team?
Yeah, I was super proud of them. We went to halftime, and you could go one or two ways, right? I mean, we could have just tanked it and tried to play open gym, or we could, get after it and see what we're made of. And and we just talk all the time that execution leads to momentum, nothing else. And you've got to execute on both ends of the floor in basketball, and we did that. And worked ourselves back into it a little bit, and we just took it in 2-minute chunks, and we had a lot of kids playing really well, especially on the defensive end, and so yes, take away the first 3-4 minutes of that game and you get dunked on, and we were prepared for all those things, but it's one thing to talk about it, it's another thing to see it.
We made the same observation right out of the gate. I wasn't sure they were going to miss a shot. I mean, they came in ready to play in their first game. But to your point, not just your guys playing into the second half, but late in the game, I mean, clawing back and inching back in. You have to think that's a good sign. That's a character thing of here's some adversity. We're 2-0 this year, but let's see what we can do about it.
Yeah, and I'm not lying. I mean, that team is as good or better than probably most teams in the state, and I don't even care what division. When you can roll that many kids off the bench, and then you can shoot like that, and then you've got length. I mean, I was telling the coaches, I'm not really sure what you take away. You can't, so you got to play everything really well, and you just got to do the best that you can possibly do in your situation, and we did that. We started to do that. So yeah, it would have been fun to, stick around a little bit longer, but at the same time, the first 3 games, there's just so many great learning opportunities to take to Monday, and I think that's what I'm the most excited about at this time of the season.
Yep, like that a lot. If the goal is March basketball, is there anything to, hey, we're going to play teams like this, and now you've seen it. Now you know what it looks like.
Oh, 100%. I have never shied away from playing the best. We've had a great schedule so far. I want to go see, we play Cody right off the bat coming back in January. It goes back to my days with Coach Quell. I mean, we would play Gillette when they were Campbell County with 3,000 kids in their school, and they beat us by 45 at the Flaming Gorge. And then rolling around March, we beat them. Like you know where the measuring stick is at that point, and you can now work towards it.
Real quick on Powell coming up here in just a few minutes. What's your anticipation of Powell going into your last game of the tournament?
I mean, it's just a very prideful program that obviously just won the state championship, and two of the kids one of the kid especially, that was a big contributor on that team, and they're a very big, physical, athletic team, and it's going to present a little bit different challenge for us tomorrow, and but I think our kids are excited for the challenge.
Appreciate the time, Coach. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Lander Valley boys coach Drew Powell. Stu Mullins. Get my coaches mixed up. Head coach Mullins getting his team set to take on the Powell Panthers. As he mentioned, defending state champions, and will be a pretty good test coming up next here on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
Eyes on Fremont, we know that good vision is about more than just seeing clearly. That's why we're dedicated to providing expert eye care for the whole family. From children's exams to contacts, LASIK to glaucoma treatment, we're here to help. We accept most insurance plans, and our experienced team will make sure you feel right at home. Schedule an appointment today at 111 South Broadway in Riverton, or give us a call at 307-856-9000. Visit WyomingEyes.net to learn more.
At Redden Kane & Associates CPAs, we serve clients across Fremont County and beyond with top-tier accounting services. From individual taxes to business consulting, our creative and precise team offers tax management, estate planning, and more. You'll find us engaged and meticulous to ensure each client gets personalized guidance. Visit rivertoncpa.com to learn more about our services and how we can help you achieve financial success.
It's time for Tiger Tip-Off. Watch today's games on the County 10 YouTube channel or catch radio coverage on KOBE 1330 AM and 107.7 FM.
Welcome back to Lander Valley High School. Powell and Lander on the boys' side of our girls and boys doubleheader as the Lander Valley High School Tigers welcome the defending state champion Powell Panthers. On the boys' side, starting lineups have been announced, and we are ready to go. Thanks for listening to the Porter's Tailgate Show. Brought to you by Porter's Mountain View Supply in Riverton, your one-stop shop for grills, spas, stoves, pellets, and more. Porter's, a proud supporter of Fremont County athletes. Quick bucket off the tip for Kiona Wisniewski, and you'll see a lot of that with the Powell Panthers. They have 2 or 3 big playmakers, but a quick answer from Noah St. Clair with his first 2 points of the game. So, pair of buckets in under 20 seconds game time as Powell looks to answer for a 3. That from the right corner is no good. Rebound is pulled down by Gwynna. Gwynna advancing the ball to Plaisted. Back to Gwynna, who lost the handle. And it's out of bounds to Powell.
Out of bounds, Panther basketball.
Evan Whitlock, Wisniewski, Jackson Hancock, Alex Jordan, and Dawson Griffin. Every one of those players was on the state championship team last year. They're all seniors. It's a 5-senior starting lineup as Whitlock buries a 3 for the Powell Panthers. A couple of good teams back-to-back for Lander. Thermopolis last night and the Powell Panthers tonight. Gwynna from inside the free throw line pulls up and hits. Lander off to a much better shooting start against Powell here this afternoon than against Thermopolis last night. 5-4, Panthers on top. Here's a 3 from the right side. That is no good. Rebound fought for, a little contact. Whitlock comes away with it. Back up to the top of the key. That's Alex Jordan for 3. And Powell is up by 4. Gonna have to try to keep pace with this Powell team. They're not gonna miss many buckets and not gonna make many mistakes. And an offensive foul is going to be called, I think, on Noah St. Clair on the screen. It's the first foul of the game for anybody. So first personal, first team here in the first quarter. 6.5 to go in the frame. Powell with the ball and up 8. Griffin walks the ball across the timeline. And now a 3 from the top of the key that is good. Wisniewski with his second 3 of the game, and Lander wants to take a timeout right away. try to avoid this from sliding away from the Lander Tigers early. This is a full timeout, so we'll take it with them. Right back after this on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
Rehab's founding principle on you is evident from your first visit to the last. Our practice model ensures treatment as you deserve, a private one-on-one session with a licensed therapist the entire visit, every visit. All therapists hold advanced credentialing, including 2 certified hand therapists, an orthopedic clinical specialist, an MDT therapist, as well as pelvic floor and pregnancy rehab offerings. With over 100 years of combined experience between our 7 clinicians, Elevate is your ticket to health. Find us in Lander or DuBois and visit our website or Facebook page. Choose Elevate Rehab to elevate your outcomes.
Living well isn't just about things. It's about the things that matter. Your family, your friends, and your health. For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been committed to improving the health and care of our communities. Today, we're investing more in our communities, in our people, in advanced medical technologies, and in specialized facilities, so access to better care is close to you and the things that matter most. Sage West Healthcare. Be well, live well. That's why we're here.
Lander on the inbound following the Tiger timeout with a shot from inside that's no good. So right back to the Powell Panthers. 6-minute mark of the first quarter. Powell on top 11-4, up and under. For Wisniewski is no good. Second chance also no good. Powell coming down with the offensive rebound, and that is put home. 3 shots in that possession. Powell finally gets one to go, 13-4. As Gwinna eyes a 3 for Lander. Good looking shot, just missed. Rebound is kicked out to Lander, though. That's Plaisted. Plaisted back to Gwinna. Gwinna driving straight down the lane. Kicks it out to Finn McFadden. Driving in is Keaton Iron Eyes, who drops it into the corner for Gwinna. 5:26 to go as Gwinna works on the left side. Gwinna with a bounce pass to St. Clair. St. Clair driving his man down the baseline. Goes up, is fouled. Shot won't go, but a couple of free throws are coming for Noah St. Clair. First foul of the game for the Powell Panthers. 5:18 to go in the first quarter. St. Clair has a couple. He has 2 points pending these couple of free throws. First one is no good off the front and side. Lander trailing 13-4 against the defending state champs early in the first quarter. St. Clair with his second is good. Noah St. Clair with 3 points on the Knights. Lander cuts it to 13-5. Evan Whitlock across the timeline. Now dives in. Keona Wisniewski is called for a travel before he gets a shot up. So a turnover. Powell won't give you many mistakes, but there's one of them. Officials are sorting out the number on the foul just to make sure it was on the first foul. Sorting out that previous Powell foul. So Lander on the inbound. Iron Eyes has it, left side. Skip pass over to Gwinna. Gwinna with a tough angle floater. That's no good. Rebound pulled down by Alex Jordan. Head to Whitlock for the Panthers. Whitlock into the lane. Extra step and puts the ball in from the right side. Powell kind of overloading Lander's defense there, and Whitlock finding a lane. 10-point advantage for the Powell Panthers as Finn McFadden drives from the left elbow. Kick into the corner for Plaisted. That's no good, but the rebound's pulled down by Finn McFadden. Gwinna at the top of the key. Hands it off to McFadden. McFadden with a bounce pass to Plaisted. Lander continues the weave up top with Iron Eyes. Iron Eyes tied up, now finds room in the lane to put up a shot. That's no good. Ball is momentarily saved by St. Clair, but he had his foot on the line, so a Lander turnover. 4:16 remaining in the first quarter. 15-5 Powell on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. No pressure to speak of yet for Lander, full court. Wisniewski gets it to Whitlock. Whitlock hands it off up top. Tough angle floater there from Dawson Griffin. That didn't fall, and here comes Gwinna for the Tigers. Gwinna into the left elbow. Now hands it off to St. Clair. Noah St. Clair for 3. That won't fall, and the rebound is pulled down by Powell. Ahead to Alex Jordan in the left wing. Here's a 3 from Whitlock. Evan Whitlock for 3, and Powell extends their lead to 13. 3:41 to go in the first quarter. Romer into the game for the Lander Tigers. He has it up top to Finn McFadden. Now Gwynna left side. Romer gets it after he streaks into the lane, runs straight up, gets his own rebound. Gavin Romer, Lander's big man, with a couple of points and cuts the lead to 11. Alex Jordan feeding to his left to Griffin. Griffin pulls up mid-range. That's no good. It's Romer there for the rebounds. Gwynna forcing the issue to St. Clair. St. Clair driving left side, double teamed, lost the handle. The ball is tipped to St. Clair. Fortuitous bounce, but Finn McFadden traveled before driving in. Got a couple of subs in. We'll see the first action of Caleb Larvey and Paxton Hollingshead into the game. 3-minute mark of the first quarter. Play stops as Quincy Gwynna ties his shoe. And now Evan Whitlock will inbound. That's Wisniewski walking across the timeline. Finn McFadden with a task of guarding Wisniewski. Here's a mid-range two after the entry pass. That's no good. Rebound is fought for, come away with by Powell, and a foul will be called, I think that's Larvey. Yeah, Caleb Larvey had the two hands up saying, whoops, didn't mean to. That's his first. Tigers have 2 fouls here in the first quarter. Powell only has committed 1. Foul's not a factor yet either way. 2:40 to go in the first quarter. 18-7. Powell Panthers on top. Alex Jordan from beyond the free throw line gets that one to roll home. All 5 seniors on this Powell team won state titles last year with the Powell Panthers. Tough matchup for the Lander Tigers. Finn McFadden driving in. A little bit too strong off the glass and a whistle with a foul. I think that's called against Lander, and Gavin Romer may have been poked in the eye on the play. Insult to injury, Gavin's going to get credited with the foul as well. Head coach Stu Mullins in the Porter's Tailgate Show telling us that doesn't mind playing these teams like Thermopolis and Powell early on. The better competition you can play, the better it is for your team in the long run. Lander looking for some offense here early against the state champs. So the floater just outside the lane that is good. Powell 22, Lander 7. And there's a turnover, near turnover. Gwynna able to save it. Gwynna drives in, but he is blocked by Alex Jordan out of bounds. Yeah, Gwynna going up there. Alex Jordan saw it the whole way, and there is no angle that you can take to get around Alex Jordan in that situation. Knocked out of bounds by Jordan, though, and so the ball back to Landers. Finn McFadden inbounds. Straight down low to St. Clair, and St. Clair is fouled. Be the second team foul on the Panthers. Lander getting a sub in as Gwynna takes a rest. It'll be Porter Playstead in for him. Finn McFadden gets it into Larvey, who is fouled for the second time in a row. So that is team foul number 3 in the quarter for Powell. And Finn's going to have to inbound again. Finn McFadden with a bounce pass to Larvey. That got away from him, but Romer is there for the Tigers. Romer kicks it out as he was double teamed. Placed it fresh into the game. Hands the ball off to Finn McFadden. McFadden driving in. Ball knocked out of bounds by a Powell defender. It'll be another Lander Tiger inbound with 1:35 to go in the quarter. McFadden inbounding from the far side beneath the basket this time to Romer. Romer to Playstead. And now Paxton Hollingshead. Up top to McFadden. Over to Larvey. Larvey to McFadden. Lander just looking for a lane. Finn dives in off his pivot, and that shot's no good. Gets his own rebound. Clean block streaking down the lane from Powell's Alex Jordan. They're going to call goaltending on that. So I think Finn's first points of the game there, and Lander gets the points on the goaltend. 3 from the top of the key is no good. Rebound pulled down by Gavin Romer. See if Lander can get some offensive momentum going toward the end of the first quarter as McFadden forces the issue. A 3 in the corner. That is no good. Rebound is knocked away, but a foul on Caleb Larvey as he went in for the rebound over the back. Now Lander's going to try some pressure as Powell inbounds with 51 seconds remaining. There's that 2-2-1 full court press from the Tigers. Thermopolis did not have any trouble with this last night. See how Powell is able to respond to the full court pressure. Ball ends up down low to Alex Jordan. Shot no good. Rebound kicks out to Wisniewski, though, for three, and the Panthers extend their lead to 25-9 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Lander across the timeline with Finn McFadden to Romer. Hollingshead to McFadden. McFadden, free throw line, leans in. He is fouled on the floor. That's team foul number 4 for the Powell Panthers, so no free throws coming. Both teams out of fouls to give, though. 19.7 seconds is all that remains in the first quarter as Finn McFadden inbounds. McFadden up top to Paxton Hollingshead. Hollingshead driving in. He stops, gives it to Larvey. Larvey in the lane to Romer. Romer gets an angle on his man down low, and Gavin Romer puts it home. Lander now trailing by 14. 5 seconds remaining in the quarter. Powell with time if they can clear the timeline. Here's a shot that's good if it goes. A long three that is nearly good from Alex Jordan, but it does not fall. And after one, Powell Panthers on top of Lander. 25-11 back after this on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
Cover personalized banking at Central Bank and Trust. We offer personal and business banking tailored to your needs. Enjoy the convenience of our online banking platform, whether managing accounts, applying for mortgages, or going paperless. With branches across Fremont County, we provide drive-through and lobby services. Experience simpler applications for mortgages and loans, all from your computer or mobile device. Connect with us at centralbanktrust.com.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Proud to support Lander Valley High School. We are KOVE.
Welcome back to Lander Valley High School. Day 3 of the Tiger Invitational, the Lander Invites, with Lander trailing the defending state champion Powell Panthers 25-11. Lander's boys 2-1 on the tournament as they inbound following the break. Caleb Larvey working hard to the free throw line, diving in, and now a foul on the floor before Caleb's shot. A nice offensive ISO job there from Caleb Larvey to make his defender work for it. Ends up earning a foul for that. So the second foul on Preeter, Nathan Preeter of Powell. 16 seconds gone by in the second quarter. The inbound goes to Hollingshead. Drives down left and picks up his dribble. Gwynna driving into the right elbow. Iron Eyes looking for the lane. He has a lot of contact as he goes up for the shot, and he'll have a couple of free throws. Will Keaton Iron Eyes. Iron Eyes knocked clear horizontal as he went up for the layup in the lane. It can be difficult to focus after you take a tumble like that when you have to calm yourself down and reset at the free throw line, but Keaton Iron Eyes has no problem with his first points of the game. Lander trailing by 13. Free throws from Iron Eyes put 5 Tigers in scoring right now, but he missed the second. Rebound tracked down by Alex Jordan for the Panthers, and now Powell pushes in transition with Whitlock. Hands the ball off to Griffin. Griffin diving in with the left hand. He was fouled. Just a little bit of the elbow there, it looked like Plaisted got on the shot.
Tiger foul, number 12, Porter Plaisted.
7:24 remaining in the second quarter.
Shooting Dotson Griffin.
And Griffin goes to the stripe with a 13-point lead for his Panthers. First free throw is good. And the second from Griffin is also good. 27-12, Panthers on top of the Lander Tigers on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Iron Eyes crosses the timeline to Paxton Hollingshead. Iron Eyes gets it left wing, passes up a 3, now drives in. Skip pass across to Plaisted. Now Pax drops it into Romer, who traveled. 7:06 after the Lander turnover. Powell with ball and up 15. Evan Whitlock crosses the timeline, gives it up for a long 3 attempt that nearly dropped for Jordan. Jordan gets his own long rebound. That's no good. And it's pulled in by Romer. A little bit of an offensive window here if Lander can get some points on the board. Iron Eyes has the ball for 3 from the right wing. That's no good. Rebound flied in for by Romer, and they're going to call, I think, Gavin Romer on the rebounding foul. And maybe number 3 for him. That'll be number 2, rather. Gavin Romer has ended up with 4 fouls in the fourth quarter in every game, I believe, that Lander's played this year. He's already got 2, so Gavin Romer will have a seat. 6:38 to go in the first half. As Griffin crosses the timeline, guarded there by Gwynna. Hands it off to Jordan. Alex Jordan spinning and driving, and now kicking to the left wing. Nice entry pass down low, but it's skipped out for Schultz. And Thiessen Schultz into the game off the bench adds to Powell's lead, now 30-12. Gwynna for the Tigers, left side. Dribbles across the top of the key. Here's Hollingshead driving in. Nice feed down low to Noah St. Clair, who drops it in. Good set offensive possession right there from the Lander Tigers, probably their best of the game. Griffin crossing over. Hands the ball off to Whitlock. Whitlock with a turnaround in the corner that is good. And a timeout will be taken by Lander. We'll take it with them right back after this on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
Electric are your trusted electrical contractors in Lander. With over 30 years of experience, we excel in light and heavy commercial construction, residential remodeling, and service work. Our licensed electricians use only quality materials and are committed to meeting your construction schedules. For professional electrical services at competitive prices, choose Boyle Electric. Give your place's electrical wiring the touch of excellence. Call 307-332-8139.
Watch the Tigers and Lady Tigers varsity games all season on County 10's YouTube channel.
Late first half action with Lander and the Powell Panthers. Keaton Iron Eyes leaning in straight out of the timeout to cut into the deficit, but Powell's still up 32-16. Iron Eyes now with 3 shots. Powell looking for an answer at the other end. Rebound is eventually come down with by Paxton Hollingshead, and Gwynna has a chance to cut the lead even further. A little bit of an offensive window you've sensed here for Lander if they can start getting their shots to fall. Set defense is shored up a little bit. Loss of the handle inside there as St. Clair puts up a shot that's no good. St. Clair trying to make up for it on defense, nearly forcing a turnover at half court, but it's saved by Schultz. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Here's Jordan driving in, floating left hand, and a pretty shot from Alex Jordan. Iron Eyes trying to answer for Lander. Nice sweeping layup, diving on the lane, or diving on the baseline. Keaton Iron Eyes now has 5 on the night. 4:37 to go in the first half. 34-18 Powell on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Pass inside for Whitlock. Trouble there, so he gets it back out. Here's Alex Jordan, top of the key, guarded there by Iron Eyes. Jordan lost the handle, turnover to Lander. Hollingshead ahead to St. Clair. St. Clair contacted, count it, and the bucket. Noah St. Clair with a transition layup and a chance to add on with a free throw. Lander is hanging in, keeping it within shouting distance against the defending state champions. Starting lineup full of seniors. All 5 were on this state championship team last year. It's about as tough a matchup on paper as you can run up against. The Lander trailing by 14. And St. Clair's free throw is no good. Shooting, especially inside, has been an issue for the Tigers in the first half. 4:10 to go in the second quarter. Powell now working their set offense. Knocked out of bounds by, I think that was Winna. Got a piece of that for the Tigers. So back to the Powell Panthers under the basket. 4:06 remaining, Powell by 14. Powell running their inbound play and just tossed it up to Schultz, who eyes a 3. Thiessen Schultz extends the Panther lead to 17. Schultz not even in the starting lineup. Give you an idea how deep this team is. It's an offensive foul called on Keaton Iron Eyes. Charging in, defender was able to get his feet set. Textbook job of defense against the drive there, forcing the foul. That's going to be team personal foul number 1 on Iron Eyes. Team foul number 3. Both teams have 3 here in the second quarter. Wisniewski hands it off to the right wing. Schultz back left. This is Whitlock, who hands it back to the top of the key. That's a bomb. NBA 3 from Wisniewski is no good, too short. Iron Eyes still wanting to drive in. Tough angle on the basket. Can't convert. Iron Eyes manages to get his rebound, but stepped out of bounds. Iron Eyes surprised by that call. He was aware of his feet as he went back into play, and it did look like he had reestablished himself, but official was right there to make the call. 3:23 to go. 17 seconds remain, 17-point lead for the Powell Panthers. Nice defense by Plaisted there on the right wing. Powell able to break through it. Spinning at the top of the key and putting up a shot is Dawson Griffin. That's no good. Rebounds pulled in by Plaisted for the Tigers, and here comes Gwynn in transition for Lander. Coast to coast to the right block and gets a foul before the shot. Team foul number 4 on Powell. 3:01 remaining in the second quarter. So Lander will inbound. Powell has no more fouls to give, and a timeout has been taken by the Powell Panthers. I want to remind you that our broadcasts all season long, as we're just getting going here in a new season, are brought to you in part by Myers Gambles on Main Street in Lander. Excited to cheer on our student athletes. Gambles has winning deals, and remember, delivery is free 30 miles from the store. That includes Riverton, so turn around, shop in town. Also, big thanks to Fremont Chevy GMC and Riverton for supporting our local athletes. Your hard work and dedication does not go unnoticed, and Fremont Chevy GMC is here for you every step of the way at 1401 North Federal in Riverton. Late first half, Powell Panthers on top by 17. Lander hanging in there. They haven't had a whole lot of offense, have the Tigers, as you see on the scoreboard, but they have had enough at key times to at least keep things within screaming distance against the defending champs. Out of the Powell Panther timeout, Lander will inbound. Here's McFadden doing the inbounding. Tosses up to St. Clair. Placed it, gives it to McFadden. McFadden with a drop pass along the baseline to St. Clair. St. Clair pumps, spin move, puts it off the glass, but can't get it to fall. Everything but the bucket there. Nice move inside from Noah St. Clair, but it's Powell's basketball after another empty possession from Lander. 2:42 to go in the first half. Entry pass inside to Griffin. He has trouble with it, so he bounces it out for a three-point attempt. That is up and good. Powell up by 20. Gwynna to St. Clair. McFadden now skip pass to Iron Eyes. Keaton driving in, up and under. Tough angle, can't get it to go. Easy rebound and now in transition for the Powell Panthers. Wisniewski between the legs on the right wing. Hands it off to the top of the key. Whitlock drives in for the Panthers. That shot's no good. Come away with by Noah St. Clair. Under 2 minutes to go in the half. St. Clair driving in left side. Some contact and a foul is called on Powell. Minute 54 to go. Powell up by 20. But that's team foul number 5 on Powell, and so free throws are coming for Noah St. Clair.
At the line to shoot for the Tigers, Noah St. Clair.
St. Clair 0 for 2 from the stripe. First free throw is good. Noah St. Clair team leading 8 points pending the second free throw, and Lander trailing by 19. Lander ladies lost their matchup with Powell. Very close game throughout. In the first game of our doubleheader, St. Clair's second free throw no good as well. So the Lander girls fall to 3-1 on the season. Lander boys are 2-1 heading into this game.
Into the Tiger lineup, number 15, Paxton Hollington.
Only loss was to Thermopolis last night. Very good team. And needless to say, with the defending state champs and a starting lineup full of seniors, Powell Panthers right here in front of us today. Pretty good team as well. Minute 49 to go, with Gwynna starting the offense on the left side. Up to McFadden, top of the key. Iron Eyes has it now back right. Tigers play catch to Weave up top. Iron Eyes thought about an ISO, instead gets it off to Playstead. Playstead to Hollingshead. Hollingshead with a kick out to Iron Eyes. Pass was too high. And this will end up being a turnover as Powell is able to corral the ball with a minute 25 to go in the first half. Schultz has a couple of threes for Powell. Gives it, now streaks. And it will be Schultz taking a layup. Too strong, though, from the right side, trying to go underneath. Here comes Lander in transition with a minute 12 to go with Gwynna. Gwynna, not sure if that got away from him or not. Didn't appear to be tipped. Gwynna just tossed that one out of bounds. So a turnover for Lander. Sub for the Tigers as Caleb Larvey comes in for Gwynna. Gwynna had an idea what he was trying to do on that last turnover and may have lost the handle before he let the ball go on the pass. Whitlock with a minute to go in the first half for the Panthers. Whitlock hands it off to Alex Jordan. He loves that spot for three, but instead pulls it back down. Hands it back to Whitlock. Whitlock and back to Jordan. Now swung left for the Panthers. It's a drive in from Whitlock and a floater that won't fall, but the second chance will. Powell increases their lead to 21 with 40 seconds remaining in the first half. As McFadden starts the offense, finds Larvey and gets the ball back. McFadden driving in from the left side with a floater, and he's fouled by Jordan, so a couple of free throws coming for Finn McFadden.
Panther foul number 23.
30 seconds remaining in the first half after these free throws. And Finn's first free throw is good. McFadden with 3 points on the night. 5 players on the score sheet for the Tigers, led by Noah St. Clair, who has 8. Finn drops his second free throw. Lander back to within 19 with 27 seconds remaining in the first half. Some 2-2-1 full court pressure now from the Tigers. Jordan tries to contest with that, passes that ahead to Whitlock and misses a 3. Offensive rebound gives the Tigers another shot. Here's Jordan again. That missed everything. Out of bounds. Student section will let Alex Jordan know that his shot missed the rim with a traditional chant. 13 seconds remaining as Finn McFadden crosses the top of the key, gets the ball up to Playstead. 7 seconds remaining now. Hollingshead, left elbow. Hollingshead gets it out to Finn, who floats a runner in the lane. That's good as time expires. Finn McFadden keeps the Lander Tigers to, again, within shouting distance at halftime. 42-25. Wide Out Buckle Up for Life halftime show is coming up right after this on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
Gambles is your one-stop shop for furniture, mattresses, and appliances in Lander, Wyoming. We have an unbeatable selection of furniture for your living room, bedroom, and dining room. Plus, we have the latest trends in home furnishings. Our mattresses are comfortable and affordable, and our appliances are built to last. Whether you're looking for a new TV, sofa, or refrigerator, we have the perfect finish, style, and function for your home. Visit us at 420 Main Street in Lander, or check out our website, landergambles.com. Today.
Welcome to Bailey Tire Pros, your local tire and auto repair specialists in Riverton and Lander. Say no to endless online tire listings and experience the convenience of local service. With unbeatable prices and top quality tires, we're here to change the game. quality service and expert staff ensure you always get the right fit for your car. Choose local. Choose Bailey Tire Pros, where your satisfaction hits the road.
Porter's Mountain View Supply, your local experts in fire and water. We got everything you need for new installs to accessories, and don't forget our great selection of stoves, grills, and spas. We've been serving Wyoming for over 40 years, so you know you can trust us for quality products and expert service. Visit portersmvs.com or stop by our Riverton or Casper locations today. Porter's Mountain View Supply, located on 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton.
Welcome to Fremont Chevrolet GMC Riverton, where we exceed your expectations and deliver the best service possible. Located on Federal in Riverton, we're here to make local car shopping fun again. Explore our wide selection of new and used Chevrolet and GMC vehicles. As truck and trailering experts, we offer a variety of options tailored to your needs. Experience exceptional customer service and competitive prices. Visit our website at FremontChevyGMCRiverton.com to find your next vehicle today.
Perfect Power is a proud supporter of athletics and student athletes all across Fremont County. Perfect Power provides services for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. Darren Hubble, owner and master electrician, has over 30 years of electrical experience. Darren's trustworthy team of professionals can get the job done right. Perfect Power, serving Fremont County and surrounding areas. Stop into 1320 West Main Street, Lander, or give them a call at 307-332-7184.
Wyoming Catholic College is a unique institution that offers an immersion into Western tradition, the beauty and challenges of the wilderness, and the treasures of the Catholic spiritual heritage. Our mission is to provide a unique educational experience that nurtures the body, mind, and spirit. We are proud of our alumni success stories and the learning opportunities we offer through our academic outreach programs. Come and explore our campus in Lander, Wyoming.
Watch today's games on the County 10 YouTube channel or catch radio coverage on KOVE 1330 AM 107.7 FM.
Welcome back to the Lander Invites. Halftime of the fourth and final game that the Lander boys team will have played here over 3 days. As this is the Buckle Up for Life halftime show brought to you by YDOT, reminding you that seatbelts save lives. Buckle up so you can stay in the game every time, every ride. The Lander Tiger boys up against another tough challenge after losing to Thermopolis last night, having beaten Rawlins and Newcastle in the first two games of the tournament. Thermop came in last night. Very good team is Hot Springs County again this year. And the Powell Panthers, defending state champions, starting 5 seniors who all won state titles last season, or at least on the roster as their team won. That's a pretty tough matchup, but the Lander boys are hanging in there. 42-25 at halftime. Scoring numbers for the Tigers. Noah St. Clair leading Lander, scoring with 8. Finn McFadden having a nice first half with 6. Gavin Romer adding 4. Keaton Iron Eyes has 5, and Quincy Gwynna adding 2 points to that total as well. And that's how we arrive at 42-25. When you look up and down this Powell roster, so many of these names are familiar from the state championship tournament last year, notably Kiona Wisniewski, Dawson Griffin, and Alex Jordan. But Evan Whitlock very involved for Powell in that first half of action as well. And it's just nothing but seniors in the starting lineup and 4 juniors that come off the bench. Powell rostering only 1 sophomore, trying to obviously go back-to-back with their state championship ambitions in March. But the Lander Tigers, both boys and girls teams, have March ambitions as well. Both teams curious to see how far they can go into regionals, which will be here in Lander.
and then potentially maybe even the state tournament in Casper, but a lot of basketball to be played between now and then in the meantime. Here in the Y. Buckle Up for Life halftime show, joined by Lander girls head coach Drew Powell. And, Coach, you wrap up the Lander Invite, your first 4 games of the regular season, with a defeat to Powell in the first game of our doubleheader here. That's a good team. You guys kept it close throughout. Never really led in the game, and Powell just edged out a little bit of an advantage, I think, there at the end of the game. But you kept it close, and we're in the game pretty much start to finish.
Yeah, I think we had one point where we took the lead. I think it was in the third quarter, maybe early in the fourth quarter. And we were just a little fatigued. But I thought they played really, really hard the whole entire tournament, even today. But, I mean, it really just came down to that number 2, the Hernandez girl, knocked down a bunch of really big free throws there at the end. And that's kind of what it takes to finish out games, and she did that.
You know, Daisy Goklish, especially in that first half, offensively kind of kept you guys in. Was really impressed with her defense as well. Gave Hayden Goggles a chance to kind of get into the game and get going in the second half. It reminds me of your team a little bit last year when you have dual scoring threats like that. Someone can have a tough quarter or a tough half, and your teammates just lift you up.
Yeah, I mean, that's really what it comes down to for us. I think we're a pretty team-oriented basketball. And we share the ball pretty well. I wish some of my other girls would get a little more aggressive sometimes, just to kind of take the load off of the other two. There's some times where they probably have wide open shots that they need to take. They can all shoot. It's just maybe a little bit of a confidence thing right now, but they're going to get better at that, and we'll continue to play hard.
So I know you're collecting coaching points for Monday. What are some of your points of emphasis for practice after these first 4 games?
Well, I know it's not running. I know that we're good at that. I don't think we need to condition on Monday, especially with how hard we ran today and all weekend. But really, I think just coming down to a little bit of spacing on our offensive side would be good. And then, you know, I think defensively we're in a really good spot. We might have some things to work on. And then working on teams that switch screens against us, we haven't worked on that a ton. Just getting a little bit better reads on those. But I thought overall it was a pretty darn good weekend.
Yeah, I'd say so. 3-1 in your first 4 games. Successful Lander Invite. Who do you have coming up next?
So we have Burns, Wheatland, and Douglas.
Okay. Before the Christmas break?
Yep.
Okay. All right, we'll look forward to that. Coach, appreciate it, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week.
All right, thank you.
There's head coach Drew Powell of the Lander Lady Tigers. 3 victories on the weekend for Lander, falling only to the Powell Panthers in the first game of our doubleheader against a pretty stout, again this year, Powell Panther girls team. Just about time for the second half of our boys game. Both teams, well, Powell's back on the floor. Lander is not quite yet. Taking every ounce of time they can in the locker room to get a game plan going to somehow come back against the defending state champs, trailing 42-25. We'll take one more break and come back with the second half right after this on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
To Bailey Tire Pros, your local tire and auto repair specialists in Riverton and Lander. Say no to endless online tire listings and experience the convenience of local service. With unbeatable prices and top quality tires, we're here to change the game. Quality service and expert staff ensure you always get the right fit for your car. Choose local. Choose Bailey Tire Pros, where your satisfaction hits the road.
Wyoming Catholic College is a unique institution that offers an immersion into Western tradition, the beauty and challenges of the wilderness, and the treasures of the Catholic spiritual heritage. Our mission is to provide a unique educational experience that nurtures the body, mind, and spirit. We are proud of our alumni success stories and the learning opportunities we offer through our academic outreach programs. Come and explore our campus in Lander, Wyoming.
Proud to support Lander Valley High School. We are KOVE.
Just about ready for the second half between the Lander boys and the Powell Panthers. Powell on top, 42-25. As Lander looks for its 3rd win in 4 games, they're going to have some work to do against a deep and talented Powell roster. But the Tigers have done a good job of keeping things close, just not enough offense. Way too many shots from inside that haven't fallen. See if that luck changes a little bit here in the second half. This has been the YDOT Buckle Up for Life halftime show. Thanks to YDOT for supporting our local athletes and reminding you that seatbelts save lives. Buckle up every time, every ride. Lander with the ball on the inbound to start the third quarter. It is swung around to Keaton Iron Eyes, driving in from the left side, puts up a tough angle shot, but Keaton Iron Eyes gets it to go, and Lander have the first 2 points of the second half. Powell with the ball, now moving left to right. For those of you listening on 1330 KOVE, Jordan puts up a shot for the Panthers. That's no good, but he got his own rebound. Kicks it out for a three that's no good. Second chance is also no good. And Powell eventually turns the ball over to Iron Eyes. Keaton ahead to St. Clair. St. Clair is fouled on the shot. Couple of free throws should be coming for Noah St. Clair. Well, this is kind of what Lander's looking for to begin the second half. No points so far for Powell. One successful possession and maybe a couple after these free throws. St. Clair leads all Lander scores with 8, and now 9 points. Lead is now 42-28 Powell, 7:19 to go in the third quarter. And the second free throw is good. Ten points for Noah St. Clair, and Lander looks for a defensive rebound after the first missed shot from Powell. Ball ends up out of bounds, but actually a foul is going to be called first. See who they get here. This will be a Lander foul against Keaton Iron Eyes. Each team with a foul in the third quarter as Powell inbounds. It's quickly stolen away by Porter Plaisted. Had the ball come right to him. Porter across the timeline on the left side. Porter getting a screen from Noah St. Clair. Hands it off to Iron Eyes. They're at the top of the key. Iron Eyes with a big three. Too strong. And just a little bit left. Rebound pulled in by Jordan for Powell. Panthers now pushing the issue a little bit as Griffin penetrates. Hancock lost the handle. Powell's having all kinds of offensive trouble ball handling wise. And Lander can take advantage of if they have an opportunity. There's a floater from Finn McFadden. And Lander slowly but surely chipping into Powell's lead. It's now an 11-point Panther advantage. Powell looking for their first points of the half with Wisniewski, and now up top to Jordan. He's guarded there by Plaisted. Hand off to Wisniewski, and now left corner with a foul away from the ball that will be on Lander. Tigers' second foul of the quarter. They'll get St. Clair for his second. 6:17 to go in the third quarter as Powell inbounds with an 11-point advantage. Here's a spot three off the inbound. It's no good. Rebound is tipped ahead to Plaisted. Plaisted now pushes it to Iron Eyes on the right wing. Iron Eyes from the right elbow. Leaning in, now pivots into the lane. Shot is up, no good. Iron Eyes gets his own rebound, looking for some help. Gets it from St. Clair. Noah St. Clair's shot won't go, though. And Powell collects the rebound, now forcing in transition to Dawson Griffin, but out of bounds. Mike Heaney is absolutely beside himself with his team's ball handling right now, so Powell's taking a timeout. We'll take 1-2 back after this on 1330 KOVE.
Baldwin Creek Rental Service in Lander is a proud supporter of sports and athletics here in Fremont County. Baldwin Creek Rental Center understands how expensive specific equipment can be, especially if it's for a one-time use or event. That's why they offer tools and equipment rentals. For many years, Baldwin Creek has provided services to clients in Lander and the surrounding areas. From lawn and garden projects to graduation parties, they have the right equipment for you. Baldwin Creek Rental Center, located at 675 Baldwin Creek Road in Lander.
Introducing WyoGlass, your local glass experts. From windows to showers, we've got you covered. We're proud to be a part of the Lander community and a local sports sponsor. We're dedicated to serving all of Fremont County, so you can trust us with your residential and commercial windows and doors, auto glass, shower doors, and garage doors. For quality service and local support, choose WyoGlass. Visit us at wyoglassoflander.com or on Main Street in Lander today.
Lander inbounds following Powell's turnover and Powell's timeout with Gwinna trying to chip into an 11 points Powell Panther advantage. Gwynna gives it, gets it back, driving in, right elbow, inside the lane. Shot floater from Quincy Gwynna is good. And Lander now trails by 9. 5:33 to go. Powell running their offense inside, leaning in for a shot. And finally, Powell does get some points inside from Jackson Hancock. Makes it back to 11, the advantage for Powell. Here's St. Clair with a wide open three. Oh, that looked good, but fell short. Noah St. Clair missed the three, and now in transition comes Powell with Evan Whitlock. Ball is knocked out of bounds by a Tiger, and so Powell will retain possession. Very uncharacteristic. 3 minutes of basketball from the Powell Panthers. Sloppy ball handling and only 2 points to show for it here in the second half. That's not going to last very long, though. Dawson Griffin driving in, pulls up, shoots, almost gets it to fall from mid-range, but is fouled. So a couple of free throws are coming for Dawson Griffin. They got Quincy Gwynna for the foul. That's his first.
First personal, 13 foul.
And the first free throw is no good.
For the Panthers, number 24, Dawson Griffin.
And the second free throw with 5:03 to go in the third quarter. And that one does fall for Powell. 45-33 Panthers. Gwynna forcing the issue, handing to Iron Eyes. He wants a three, right side, and Keaton Iron Eyes is in double figures with 10 points. Lander back to within 9, following the big bucket by the senior. Jordan for Powell. Gives it to his right, now a dish inside. Nice lean-in bucket from, I think that was Jackson Hancock with the two. Nice ball movement there from the Powell Panthers. Quick score. 4.5 to go in the third quarter. Gwynna driving in. He's fouled. They're going to say that was before the shot. Yeah, so they're going to wave off that basket, saying the foul was committed before the shot. Gwynna's standing at the free throw line saying, I should be shooting for something, but that's only team foul number 2 on Powell. Kind of an unlucky break there in the interpretation by the official. Wipes points off the boards for the Tigers. The leaner from Iron Eyes is no good, and a quick foul is called on Iron Eyes.
Tiger foul number 24, Keaton Iron Eyes.
Much to the disconcertion of Lander's bench, Iron Eyes now has 3. You would think he has to come out. Iron Eyes will sit, and Paxton Hollingshead comes in. Not sure if the Lander bench was upset with the call or the foul itself being committed by Iron Eyes. Whitlock starts the offense for Powell. Here's a mid-range 2 from the free throw line that's no good. Jordan's there to collect the rebound for the Panthers. Jordan crossed himself over and turned the ball over out of bounds. The window is open for the Lander Tigers. Powell, an uncharacteristically slow start to this second half. As Gwynna hands the ball off to Romer, gets it back. Gwynna wants a 3, that's no good. Rebound is saved into Romer. Romer with a pump fake, leaning in, can't get it, gets his own rebound, goes back up, and is fouled. So that should be a shooting foul for Romer. Third team foul of the quarter on Powell. Romer with 4 points to this point in the game. And the first free throw is good. Gavin Romer still kind of learning his way into that power forward / center position, but that last sequence was as good as we've seen from him all weekend in terms of body control and awareness and having a plan next to the basket. Second free throw is no good. Rebound is on the floor, and it ends up in the backcourt, corralled by St. Clair. So Lander basketball to Gwynna. 3:41 to go in the third. Gwynna will move off in the legal screen from Romer. Romer not having his feet set before he set that screen. His third team foul. Some full court pressure, at least initially. Now Lander backs off of that. 3.5 to go in the third quarter. As driving in is Evan Whitlock. Whitlock bounces to the left block, gets it back at the free throw line. That is no good. Rims out. Gwynna's there for the rebound, trying to push in transition. crosses up his defender over the timeline, driving right elbow. Gwynna all the way in, some contact, no whistle either way, and finally a late whistle on a block. That was an extremely late whistle. But the Tigers will take it. Gwynna will have a couple of free throws coming. Correction on your score if you're watching at county10.com. It is 37-47. We have that corrected now. Pending this free throw with Gwynna's first. Good. Lander back to within 9. Larvey's going to check in for Romer, who now has 3 fouls. Gwynna's second free throw, no good. Clean rebound from Whitlock for Powell. 3:15 to go in the third quarter. Whitlock to Wisniewski, hands it off to Jordan. Jordan guarded by Hollingshead. Gets the ball to the top of the key with Whitlock. Whitlock picks up his dribble, guarded by Larvey. Now it's Jordan on, or Hollingshead on Jordan, and a foul will result in a couple of free throws coming up from Alex Jordan. Should be Paxton Hollingshead on the foul. 2:56 to go in the third quarter. It's only personal foul number 1 for Hollingshead, and Jordan's first free throw is good.
Back into the Panther lineup, number 1, Casey Schultz.
I have 48-38, but the scoreboard in the building says 47-38. We're going to go with that. Second free throw makes it 48-38. 2 free throws from Alex Jordan after the Hollingshead foul. And Lander starts their offense with Sinclair, now Hollingshead. Larvey for 3, hit that last night, but that one's way too strong off the glass. Rebound is corralled by St. Clair and then knocked out of bounds off of a Powell Panther. That's a heads-up play from Noah St. Clair, falling out of bounds and throwing it up against the legs of a defender. Retains possession for the Tigers. Gwynna driving in free throw line, spinning. Had that ball blocked. Blocked cleanly, and now Powell in transition with Whitlock. Whitlock bounces it to Jordan. Jordan back to Whitlock. Now top of the key is Schultz. And now Whitlock for 3. No good. Rebound is pulled in eventually by Gwynna. 2:20 to go. Lander's hanging in there. Get some offense going. Larvey left open for 3. He's not going to do that twice in a row, though. Finn McFadden left elbow. And now that's Hollingshead. Pax for 3 is no good. Thought that was going in. Rebound in transition. Here come the Powell Panthers. Knocked out of bounds by Caleb Larvey. It will be Powell basketball. 2:06 remaining in the third. And a closer game than most would have anticipated this deep into the game. 49-38. Defending champion Powell Panthers on top. I correct the scoreboard again. 49-38 is the correct score for those of you watching at county10.com. Turnaround from Whitlock for Powell, no good. And a nice job boxing out there from Caleb Larvey. Gets the ball back to the Tigers. Finn McFadden to Larvey, top of the key. Pass down low was for St. Clair. He corrals that, drives baseline against Jordan. St. Clair going up, nowhere to go. Lost the handle. Schultz pushes it to Jordan for the Panthers. Now driving from the corner is Whitlock. He's double teamed there, but traveled first. Minute 37 to go in the third. And Powell is not playing like Powell right now. Lander needs to take advantage if they're going to pull off a massive upset in their final game of the tournament. Finn McFadden, the minute 34 across the timeline to St. Clair. Now back to Finn. Finn driving past the free throw line down the lane. Lays it up, just can't get it to fall. Did everything right. Hit the wrong part of the rim. Here comes Whitlock in transition. Out to Jordan. Jordan nearly traveled. Puts up a shot that is good off the glass. 51-38 with a minute 11 to go on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. It'll be a minute 7 now in the third quarter to go. Lander running their offense with Plaisted. Plaisted gives it to Hollingshead. Caleb Larvey. One-on-one at the top of the key. Finn McFadden with a nice bounce pass inside. A lot of contact, at least a tie up there, and they do call a jump ball as St. Clair went up. And it was either fouled or had the ball possessed for a jump ball, and Probably was a good call from here. It's a ways away, but didn't see as much contact as all ball there. So arrow goes back to the Powell Panthers. Jordan walking across the timeline, where Noah St. Clair waits for him. 45 seconds remaining in the quarter. Still Jordan. Guarded by St. Clair. Jordan driving in, right hand from the left side. Got it to go. Powell with a couple of late buckets to extend their lead to 53-38 with 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Here's St. Clair driving left elbow. He was tied up there and fouled. I think they got Alex Jordan. That's his second. Bonus time for Noah St. Clair. He's got a couple of free throws coming. 10 points. Tied for the team lead in scoring to this point. First free throw is good. St. Clair now with 11. Lander trailing 53-39 in the closing seconds of the third quarter. With Theodore Rivera Jr. into the game for the first time, replacing Finn McFadden. Coach Mullins also getting Ty Herford into the game at the next whistle. Second free throw is up and good from Noah St. Clair. Tigers back to within 13. Slow start to the second half for Powell, but late quarter scoring has extended their lead a bit. Looking to add on, but well defended in transition there. Plaisted pushes the ball for Lander with 15 seconds remaining. Rivera has it now. Skips it over to Larvey, left elbow. Caleb Larvey needs some help with 7 seconds remaining. Ball tipped away. 5 seconds left as Jordan advances the ball for Powell. 3 seconds, 2. Jordan turnaround, got the buzzer, no good. Never a good thing when your opponent solicits a call of Jordan turning around at the buzzer, but he missed that shot. And so Powell leads by 13 after 3. Back after this for quarter number 4 on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
We are Maven. We focus on the fundamentals, clean, simple designs with the very best modern materials and technologies. We refuse to compromise our mountain town roots to follow the well-worn path to $1. We choose instead to make game-changing gear and use it in the places and pursuits that inspire us every day. We are Maven, a company focused on the design and creation of innovative products for and by the modern outdoorsman.
At Redden Kane and Associates CPAs, we serve clients across Fremont County and beyond with top-tier accounting services. From individual taxes to business consulting, our creative and precise team offers tax management, estate planning, and more. You'll find us engaged and meticulous to ensure each client gets personalized guidance. Visit rivertoncpa.com to learn more about our services and how we can help you achieve financial success.
Your home for Lander Tiger basketball all season long. KOVE Radio, 1330 AM and 107.7 FM.
All set for the fourth quarter between Lander and Powell. Final game for the Tiger boys in this Lander invite. It'll actually be the final game of the tournament, as Lander inbounds to start the fourth quarter, trailing the defending state champion Powell Panthers by 13 points. Lander is hanging in there. Gavin Romer's checked back into the game for the Tigers. He had the ball briefly at the top of the key. Damian Herford also into the game. Gets it to Romer. Romer backing his man down. Tough shot in the lane. No good. Pretty sequence, though, from Romer. Just growing into his big forward/center role every time we see him. Transition shot from Powell is rebounded by Herford, and now pushing ahead is Plaisted for Lander. Plaisted with a turnaround in the lane. And Porter Plaisted, the senior, with a big bucket for Lander. Back to within 11. 7:23 remaining. Crowd gets into it a little bit with that pretty shot from Porter Plaisted. Backdoor cut here from Powell. That shot too strong, but a foul. See who they get there. I think that may be Romer, which would be 4.
Tigers foul, 45.
That is Gavin Romer, and that is his 4th.
Shooting.
A couple of free throws upcoming. First one is good. We get Gwynna and Iron Eyes back into the game for the Tigers, as well as Noah St. Clair. Would imagine, pending any foul trouble, those 3 will be in for the duration if Lander can keep this close. relatively close. Second free throw from Schultz is no good, and a nice rebound attempt there from Romer, but it got away from him. Second chance doesn't fall, though, for the Panthers, and here comes Gwynna trying to force the ball ahead, and a nice defensive play from Schultz, knocking that away. That was Preter, creating a turnover for Powell. Ball's all over the floor next to the block. Nobody has possession of it, and that's going to be out of bounds off of Powell. Back to Lander. Strange sequence there. Panthers did get a shot out of all that, but no points. 6:55 to go in the fourth. Really quickly down the floor is Iron Eyes. Caught Powell sleeping a little bit, missed the initial layup, but the second one is up and good. And the Tigers trail by 10. 6:43 to go in the game. Evan Whitlock for the Panthers has a wide open look at three. That's Preter. Preter's shot is no good. Rebound pulled in by Romer. And now the Tigers with Gwynna. Ahead to Iron Eyes. A little bit too far and out of bounds.
Back into the Tiger lineup, number 3, Sid McFadden.
McFadden adding some speed to the lineup, and Romer is out with 4 fouls. Hollingshead is now into the game as well for the Tigers. 6:28 to go in the game. It's a 10 points Powell Panther advantage with Preter guarded by Hollingshead. He gives the ball to his left, where Iron Eyes is defending Griffin. Powell swinging it from left to now right corner. Wisniewski guarded by Iron Eyes. Wisniewski backing down near the block. Hands the ball off. And a foul on Noah St. Clair. Tough foul there because Jackson Hancock didn't have a great angle. His body was turned in the wrong direction from what he wanted to do, and St. Clair left his feet. Maybe if St. Clair settles down there's a better chance of him missing that shot, maybe even drawing the charge. First free throw, though, is no good from Hancock. 6:04 to go. Lead is still 10 pending the second free throw, which is up and no good. Rebound is pulled down offensively by Wisniewski. Fade away. Follow-up is no good. Finn McFadden pushing the issue now for Lander. This is why he's in the game, to get the ball down the floor as quickly as possible. Hands off to Iron Eyes. Right wing driving in. Iron Eyes is fouled on the reach-in. Wisniewski is saying that Iron Eyes was using his offhand to clear, but to no avail. Wisniewski's going to get the call for the 4th time today, so Wisniewski sits. Jordan back into the game, and Evan Whitlock also in for the Powell Panthers. Be Lander Tiger ball under the basket. 5:51 to go. Tigers trail by 10. Need some points here. St. Clair gets the inbound up top. Give it to Hollingshead. Pax drives in. Iron Eyes from the left elbow. Real tough turnaround, but he hit it. Caton Iron Eyes. A silly turnaround, and the Tigers are within 8 of the state champs with 5.5 to go. Schultz driving in to the right wing. Wisniewski now kicks it back out. That's Whitlock who gives it up to Jordan, guarded there by Iron Eyes. Hands the ball off to Griffin. Griffin diving in, taking it himself. Missed the shot. Rebound pulled in by Iron Eyes. 5:15 to go. Paxton Hollingshead driving in. Kicks out into the corner. There's a 3 from Playstead. Porter Playstead from downtown. Landers within 5. 5:04 to go. Well, what do we have here? Whitlock feeds the ball inside. That's no good. Second chance follow. Also doesn't fall. Rebound pulled in by Iron Eyes. The state champs can't buy a bucket. Iron Eyes almost lost the handle for Lander, top of the key. Placed it off his big 3, hands the ball off as the Tigers weave inside. This will be St. Clair down low, missed the bunny, and the rebound's pulled in by Powell. That's a nice set offense, just couldn't get it to fall. 4:25 to go, Powell up by 5. They work it with Whitlock on the left side, now into the corner. Jordan cutting inside, gets the feed on the block. He's guarded there by Iron Eyes. Jordan with a turnaround, now feeds it back up top to Whitlock. Whitlock driving in, he's fouled by St. Clair driving in. Not a terrible foul there. Neither team in quarter foul trouble, but St. Clair has 4. So that does make it less of a great foul. St. Clair's going to have to sit, and Gwynna will come in. But Powell is taking a timeout with 4:10 to go in the game. Keep it right here to remind you that our broadcasts are brought to you in part by Bailey Tire and Auto, proud supporter of our local athletes. Our full-service tire and auto shops at 755 South Federal in Riverton and 1305 West Main in Lander. Stay tuned after the game for the Bailey Tire and Auto postgame show. Get you all the scoring numbers. Talk with Lander Valley head coach Stu Mullins about the tournament gone by, regardless of how this game ends up. It'll be a successful weekend, I think, for the Tigers. They have 2 wins over Rollins and Newcastle. They lost to a tough Thermopolis team. They are playing much better against an even better, one might say, Powell Panther team. Powell's having trouble shooting in the third quarter, and Lander is slowly but surely taking advantage of that and tried to chip away. As Powell will inbound out of the timeout. Whitlock does that with 4:10 remaining. Gets it up to Jordan at the top of the key. He's guarded by Gwynna. Feeds it over to Griffin. Now into the corner. Nearly got away from Powell, but it's back up to the top of the key with Griffin. And Whitlock resetting the offense for Jordan. Jordan thought about a bomb of the 3, but thought better of it. Now Jordan has the ball back. Eyed the 3 from the top of the key. And threw the ball out of bounds. Bounce pass to Dawson Griffin, who just didn't catch it. He was in position to. He was ready for it. Skipped out of bounds. Big turnover. Lander trying to make him pay for that. Finn McFadden with 3:46 to go. And his team trailing by 5. McFadden guarded by Jordan. Top of the key, chooses left side. To Gwynna. Gwynna, long 3. No good. Oh boy, that would have been a big bucket. Jordan got the rebound for Powell in transition. Now Jordan has the ball back. Back up top of the key, NBA range 3 there from Dawson Griffin, which is good. You knew it was coming eventually. Lead is now 8. Team like Powell doesn't stay cold for very long. Gwynna for the Tigers, 3:14 to go. Stops after a dribble just outside the lane to Larvey. Finn McFadden back to Larvey at the free throw line. Drops it off to Iron Eyes. Iron Eyes near the lane and had his pass across stolen. That's Dawson Griffin diving into the lane. He is fouled. Count it. Great individual play by Dawson Griffin. Took advantage of a bit of an errant pass. Wasn't even a bad pass, but he read it very well. And there was nobody back there on defense with the exception of Larvey to help out. And Caleb picks up his 3rd foul. Griffin able to finish the play, and he's got a free throw coming up. And now Powell breathing a little bit more comfortably with their lead up at 10 with under 3 to go. Free throw is also up and good. So now Powell 60, Lander 49 with 2:58 to go in the game. Plenty of time left if Lander wants to get hot shooting here down the stretch. Playstead already has a 3 on the game. He hands it off to McFadden. McFadden to Playstead. You know he's looking for that space along the arc to find something. He's guarded there by Jordan, and a timeout is taken by the Lander Tigers. We'll take it with them right back after this on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
I'm John Shade, your Lander Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement of our young athletes that they receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why I, John Shade, with Edward Jones, is a proud sponsor of Lander Tigers and University of Wyoming on this station, 1330 KOVE. Call me today or visit edwardjones.com for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Northside Body Shop in Lander is proud to support sports and student athletes this season. Northside Body Shop is a staple in the Lander community and is primarily engaged in auto body, paint, and interior repair and maintenance. If you hit a deer or have a vehicle accident, Northside will get your repairs handled and accept all forms of insurance. Javi and the crew got you covered. At Northside Body Shop, 323 North 2nd Street, Lander.
Watch the Tigers and Lady Tigers varsity games all season on County 10's YouTube channel.
Lander on the inbound, trailing by 11 to Powell with 2:37 to go in the 4th quarter. Here's Gwynna for the Tigers with a 3 in the corner. That's no good. Romer can't come up with a rebound, taken away by Jordan. And with under 2.5 to go, Powell with the 11-point lead and the basketball. Lander trying to get aggressive and force a turnover here. Wide open look for Wisniewski, won't go, and the rebound is pulled in by Iron Eyes. Keaton Iron Eyes with 2:15 to go. Harassed as he drives in. Pass to Romer, and a foul before Romer gets a shot up. That will be team foul number 2 is all for the Panthers here in the quarter. So the Panthers have 2 more to give. Lander, if they do get into foul for time, has 4 team fouls, so their first foul will result in free throws. McFadden on the inbound. He finds Gwynna on that left wing. Gwynna back up top of the key to Plaisted. Hands the ball to Finn McFadden. Finn makes a move in the lane, lays it up, just can't get it to go. Finn working hard for the offensive rebound. Instead, it's taken away by Whitlock. See if Lander's trying to foul for time yet. Doesn't look like they are. Here's Jordan on the right wing. And feed back to the free throw line, looking for a cutter. Instead, it's Whitlock on the right side, driving to the right block, tough angle, no good. Jordan comes away with a rebound, though, for the Powell Panthers. Bounce pass along the baseline to Preeter. That shot is no good. Romer comes away with a rebound. Who wants to take a 3 here for Lander? Gwynna to Romer and Finn McFadden right side. Gwynna passes up the 3. Free throw line is fouled. Bailed out there as Gwynna had a tough shot, kind of leaning in from the free throw line. Really wasn't even close, but he was fouled. And so Gwynna, with 5 points on the night, has a couple of free throws coming here. Surprised that Quincy passed up on that 3. But he has a chance for 2 from the line. First one is good. Ten-point lead, pending the second Quincy Gwynna free throw. Still plenty of time for Lander as the second one falls. Lander's taken their second to last by my tally timeout. They have 1 remaining. Powell, by the way, has 2. Our broadcasts all season are brought to you by Porter's Mountain View Supply in Riverton, your one-stop shop for grills, spas, stoves, pellets, and more. Porter is a proud supporter of Fremont County athletes. Also want to send thanks out to Myers Gambles on Main Street in Lander. Excited to cheer on our student athletes. Gambles has winning deals, and remember, delivery is free 30 miles from the store. That includes Riverton, so turn around. Shop in town. Minute 23 remaining in the fourth quarter. After the Quincy Gwynna free throws, Lander trails by 9. Regardless of the outcome of this game, when you're playing the Powell Panthers, who are defending state champions and who roster and start all seniors, all of whom went to Casper last year and won the big one. Pretty impressive showing after losing to Thermopolis last night for the Lander Tigers. But plenty of time left as off of the timeout. The inbound from Powell is nearly stolen away. And a foul is going to be called, I think, on Gwynna. Head coach Mullins was asking for a travel before the foul, but not to be. So foul for time officially underway here. Lander, 5 team fouls. Will send Evan Whitlock to the line. Minute 18 on the fourth quarter clock. Powell basically with a chance to put this game away with free throws, if they make them. First one is up and good.
Into the tag lineup, number 22, St. Clair.
St. Clair into the lineup for Lander, presumably to take an open 3 if it presents itself. Second free throw from Evan Whitlock extends the game, the lead to an 11-point advantage for the Powell Panthers. Gwynna with a minute 14 to go, hands the ball off to St. Clair, to Iron Eyes, to Gwynna. Top of the key, Finn McFadden. Driving in, across the lane to the right elbow. Steps inside. Nice move by Finn McFadden. And Lander's going to look to foul quickly here. They do.
Tiger foul. Number 15.
It will be on Paxton Hollingshead. Free throws on the way for Powell. Last sequence got the Tigers to within 9. 58.4 on the fourth quarter clock. Powell's just vacating the blocks to give up the offensive rebound opportunity. Prater makes his first, leads back up to 10 for the Panthers. And the second free throw is good. Lead back to 11. Lander with Gwynna. 58 seconds remaining as Gwynna drives in. Leans in, is fouled, and hits the bucket. Quincy Gwynna with a turnaround just outside the right block, and he'll go to the line. Now it's back to 9. And a pretty big free throw coming up for Quincy Gwynna. Gwynna with 9 on the evening so far. And the free throw is good. Yeah, lane violation on Lander. Didn't see who it was, but wipe off the free throw. No good free throw on the Lander lane violation. Made this point throughout the tournament. Seen more lane violations over the last 3 days of this early regular season than I can recall. Lander trying to foul with 50 seconds remaining. So far, they haven't done so. Ball is thrown away to Porter Playstead. This is the possession for the Tigers. Finn McFadden, left wing. Finn behind his back. Now left elbow. Spins around. Puts it up from long range, 2. No good. Good looking shot. Nice move. Just a little bit too strong. 32 seconds as Jordan has the rebound and is fouled by Hollingshead. It'll be Jordan to the free throw line for Powell. Real pretty move from Finn McFadden. Had a perfect angle from our vantage point on that shot. It was on line perfectly, just a little bit too strong. 30.6 seconds remaining. Officials are discussing something with Porter Playstead. I think they're talking about when St. Clair can come into the game for Porter. And Jordan to the line for the Powell Panthers. First one is good. St. Clair does check in after the first made free throw. Shot is up and no good. Lander's going to have to hurry in transition with McFadden. Cross the timeline, 27 on the clock. McFadden looking for some room. It's Paxton Hollingshead's going to have to hit that 3. No good. Offensive rebound and the putback is no good. That was Iron Eyes who couldn't get it to go midair. And a foul as Lander sees this game slipping away. This is an instance where you like to see frustration, though, on the floor from the Tigers. Because on paper, even at home, playing the state champs who start 5 seniors against you, all of whom won that title last year, you shouldn't even be in the same building on paper. Lander proved otherwise in this game. Jordan's first free throw after the foul is good. 11 points the lead for Powell with 16.5 seconds remaining. Second free throw is no good. Finn McFadden's going to try to hurry. Gets to Paxton Hollingshead into the corner. Someone's just got to put up a shot here. Finn McFadden does. Off balance 3, no good. Offensive rebound is pulled in by Gwynna. That shot's no good. Rebounds fought for, and a foul is called with 2.5 seconds remaining. Lander will fall to 2-2 on the season. Their 2 losses to really good teams, Thermopolis and Powell. Powell Panthers will win their last game of the Lander invite. 2.5 to go, and again, 11-point lead. Free throws from Wisniewski. First one is good. Second one, no good. Playstead's going to heave it from 3-quarter court, and that's the end of the game. Powell Panthers pull away to defeat Lander 67-55. Coming up next, stay tuned for the Bailey Tire and Auto post-game show. We're going to recap the whole tournament for you, score-wise, and get you individual scoring numbers from this Lander-Powell boys game gone by. Also hope to chat with head coach Stu Mullins as we'll wrap things up after a long weekend of basketball, but a fun Thursday, Friday, Saturday here from Lander. A lot of great teams that were hosted by this event went off without a hitch again this year. Great job by Lander High School and the activities department for what they do with this Lander invite every single year. Bailey Tire and Auto postgame show coming up next on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
Myers Gambles is your one-stop shop for furniture, mattresses, and appliances in Lander, Wyoming. We have an unbeatable selection of furniture for your living room, bedroom, and dining room. Plus, we have the latest trends in home furnishings. Our mattresses are comfortable and affordable, and our appliances are built to last. Whether you're looking for a new TV, sofa, or refrigerator, we have the perfect finish, style, and function for your home. Visit us at 420 Main Street in Lander, or check out our website, landergambles.com. Today.
Welcome to Bailey Tire Pros, your local tire and auto repair specialists in Riverton and Lander. Say no to endless online tire listings and experience the convenience of local service. With unbeatable prices and top quality tires, we're here to change the game. Quality service and expert staff ensure you always get the right fit for your car. Choose local. Choose Bailey Tire Pros, where your satisfaction hits the road.
Porter's Mountain View Supply, your local experts in fire and water. We got everything you need for new installs to accessories, and don't forget our great selection of stoves, grills, and spas. We've been serving Wyoming for over 40 years, so you know you can trust us for quality products and expert service. Visit portersmbs.com or stop by our Riverton or Casper locations today. Porter's Mountain View Supply, located on 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton.
Welcome to Fremont Chevrolet GMC Riverton, where we exceed your expectations and deliver the best service possible. Located on Federal in Riverton, we're here to make local car shopping fun again. Explore our wide selection of new and used Chevrolet and GMC vehicles. As truck and trailering experts, we offer a variety of options tailored to your needs. Experience exceptional customer service and competitive prices. Visit our website at fremontchevygmcriverton.com to find your next vehicle today.
Perfect Power is a proud supporter of athletics and student athletes all across Fremont County. Perfect Power provides services for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. Darren Hubble, owner and master electrician, has over 30 years of electrical experience. Darren's trustworthy team of professionals can get the job done right. Perfect Power, serving Fremont County and surrounding areas. Stop into 1320 West Main Street, Lander, or give them a call at 307-332-7184.
Wyoming Catholic College is a unique institution that offers an immersion in the Western tradition, the beauty and challenges of the wilderness, and the treasures of the Catholic spiritual heritage. Our mission is to provide a unique educational experience that nurtures the body, mind, and spirit. We are proud of our alumni success stories and the learning opportunities we offer through our academic outreach programs. Come and explore our campus in Lander, Wyoming.
Watch the Tigers and Lady Tigers varsity games all season on County 10's YouTube channel.
Welcome back inside Lander Valley High School as the Tigers wrap up their Tiger Invite. Boys 2-2 on the season. Powell 3-0 on the young year after winning all three of their games here in Lander this weekend. Defending state champs picking up right where they left off. To recap the entire tournament for you on the boys' side first, Lander got a victory over Rawlins in their first game of the year on Thursday early afternoon, 69-63. Lander boys beat Newcastle then that evening, 66-48, before falling to Thermopolis last night. Really good Bobcats team again this year. 54-72 was the final there. And as you see on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard, for those of you watching at county10.com, the final against Powell here for the fourth game, 67-55. Expect to talk to head coach Stu Mullins of the Lander boys coming up. I believe the next action for the Lander Tigers is in Douglas next weekend, prior to the Christmas break coming up in less than 10 days. I believe the break starts. So that I think, double check our schedules, I'm looking at our KOVE broadcast schedule, but that I think is our next Lander boys basketball action. Speaking of which, by the way, Broncos-Colts tomorrow. Pretty big game for the Denver Broncos. That's a noon pregame and a 2 o'clock or so kickoff on KOVE. Have the Wyoming Cowgirls playing on Tuesday in Creighton. And the Broncos turn right around to play the, almost said San Diego, play the Los Angeles Chargers coming up on Thursday for Thursday Night Football. Then we get into more high school tournament play. The Flaming Gorge tournament featuring the Riverton Wolverines kicks off next weekend, and I believe we're going to have that Douglas tournament for the Lander boys as well. On the girls' side, here in the Lander invite, they are 3-1. Their lone loss came to this Powell girls basketball team in the game before this one. Lander girls defeated Rollins 63-14 on Thursday. They beat Newcastle 64-22. Defeated Thermopolis last night 54-27 and fell just short in a close game, but Powell pulling away on the girls' side at the end of that one, 47-40 the final score. So Lander, boys and girls, both falling to very good Powell teams. Would be no surprise at all to see both the boys and the girls of Powell in Casper for the state tournament again this year. That's certainly the ambition of the boys team, and they showed you exactly what they could do today. Round out individual scoring numbers before we get some reflections from head coach Stu Mullins. Lander saw scoring from 6 different players. Ended up being Keaton Iron Eyes, the senior, leading all Lander scores with 14 points by my tally. Noah St. Clair added 12. 3 double-digit scores in this game for Landers. Finn McFadden stepping up to have 10 points in this game. Quincy Gwynna added 9. Gavin Romer and Porter Playstead both had 5 points apiece. We'll continue on with the Bailey Tire and Auto postgame show coming up here in just a moment. Full-service tire and auto shops at 755 South Federal in Riverton and 1305 West Main Street in Lander. Back to wrap things up from Lander Valley High School next on 1330 KOVE and streaming video at county10.com.
Gambles is your one-stop shop for furniture, mattresses, and appliances in Lander, Wyoming. We have an unbeatable selection of furniture for your living room, bedroom, and dining room. Plus, we have the latest trends in home furnishings. Our mattresses are comfortable and affordable, and our appliances are built to last. Whether you're looking for a new TV, sofa, or refrigerator, we have the perfect finish, style, and function for your home. Visit us at 420 Main Street in Lander, or check out our website, landergambles.com. Today.
Welcome to Bailey Tire Pros, your local tire and auto repair specialists in Riverton and Lander. Say no to endless online tire listings and experience the convenience of local service. With unbeatable prices and top quality tires, we're here to change the game. Quality service and expert staff ensure you always get the right fit for your car. Choose local. Choose Bailey Tire Pros, where your satisfaction hits the road.
Porter's Mountain View Supply, your local experts in fire and water. We got everything you need for new installs to accessories, and don't forget our great selection of stoves, grills, and spas. We've been serving Wyoming for over 40 years, so you know you can trust us for quality products and expert service. Visit portersmbs.com or stop by our Riverton or Casper locations today. Porter's Mountain View Supply, located on 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton.
Welcome to Fremont Chevrolet GMC Riverton, where we exceed your expectations and deliver the best service possible. Located on Federal in Riverton, we're here to make local car shopping fun again. Explore our wide selection of new and used Chevrolet and GMC vehicles. As truck and trailering experts, we offer a variety of options tailored to your needs. Experience exceptional customer service and competitive prices. Visit our website at FremontChevyGMCRiverton.com to find your next vehicle today.
Perfect Power is a proud supporter of athletics and student athletes all across Fremont County. Perfect Power provides services for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. Darren Hubble, owner and master electrician, has over 30 years of electrical experience. Darren's trustworthy team of professionals can get the job done right. Perfect Power, serving Fremont County and surrounding areas. Stop into 1320 West Main Street, Lander, or give them a call at 307-332-7184.
Wyoming Catholic College is a unique institution that offers an immersion in the Western tradition, the beauty and challenges of the wilderness, and the treasures of the Catholic spiritual heritage. Our mission is to provide a unique educational experience that nurtures the body, mind, and spirit. We are proud of our alumni success stories and the learning opportunities we offer through our academic outreach programs. Come and explore our campus in Lander, Wyoming.
Welcome back to Lander Valley High School, wrapping up the Lander Invites. Another successful tournament this year, and successful for both the boys and the girls basketball teams. Lander ladies finish up their season opening tournament 3-1, and the Lander boys fall to 2-2. Once again, running into two really tough teams in Thermopolis last night, and the Powell Panthers, defending state champions, and looking to repeat, I'm sure, again this year. The lineup of 5 starting seniors. Later on in March, listening to the opposing radio interview and overhearing some of Powell head coach Mike Heaney talking about a frustrating third quarter, and it really was for Powell. Very uncharacteristic start to the second half, and also the fact that they have not rolled out a decent majority of their plays yet, which is a scary thought. But great team up and down. Got a chance to cover and see them in Casper last year. Every one of those players in the starting 5 as juniors were on that team. A lot of them were starters for the state championship team last year, so that's just a locked and loaded Powell Panther team. And credit to the Lander Tigers for hanging in there. There was a time, I think the largest lead of the game from the Panthers may have been 22 points, and it was relatively early on in the second half, and Powell got things back to within 5 at one point with about 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, and things were looking pretty interesting there for a moment, but the Powell Panthers able to hit shots and free throws, more importantly for them, down the stretch to close out the Lander Tigers. 3 Lander scorers in double figures today. Keaton Iron Eyes had 14, Noah St. Clair with 12, Finn McFadden added 10 points, and Quincy Gwynna chipped in with 9 points as well. One more step aside and timeout, and we will come back to wrap things up. We do have University of Wyoming men's basketball on the radio coming up tonight at 6:30, so you can listen for that in just about an hour or so. Continuing our basketball Saturday with a couple of great games from the Lander Invites. And we've got the college game for you coming up in just a bit. So one more break and back to wrap up the Bailey Tire and Auto postgame show coming up. Bailey Tire and Auto, a proud supporter of our local athletes. Full-service tire and auto shops at 755 South Federal in Riverton and 1305 West Main Street in Lander.
Welcome to Bailey Tire Pros, your local tire and auto repair specialists in Riverton and Lander. Say no to endless online tire listings and experience the convenience of local service. With unbeatable prices and top quality tires, we're here to change the game. Quality service and expert staff ensure you always get the right fit for your car. Choose local. Choose Bailey Tire Pros, where your satisfaction hits the road.
Wyoming Catholic College is a unique institution that offers an immersion in the Western tradition, the beauty and challenges of the wilderness, and the treasures of the Catholic spiritual heritage. Our mission is to provide a unique educational experience that nurtures the body, mind, and spirit. We are proud of our alumni success stories and the learning opportunities we offer through our academic outreach programs. Come and explore our campus in Lander, Wyoming.
Baldwin Creek Rental Service in Lander is a proud supporter of sports and athletics here in Fremont County. Baldwin Creek Rental Center understands how expensive specific equipment can be, especially if it's for a one-time use or event. That's why they offer tools and equipment rentals. For many years, Baldwin Creek has provided services to clients in Lander and the surrounding areas. From lawn and garden projects to graduation parties, they have the right equipment for you. Baldwin Creek Rental Center, located at 675 Baldwin Creek Road in Lander.
Introducing WyoGlass, your local glass experts. From windows to showers, we got you covered. We're proud to be a part of the Lander community and a local sports sponsor. We're dedicated to serving all of Fremont County, so you can trust us with your residential and commercial windows and doors, auto glass, shower doors, and garage doors. For quality service and local support, choose WyoGlass. Visit us at wyoglassoflander.com or on Main Street in Lander today.
Boyle Electric are your trusted electrical contractors in Lander. With over 30 years of experience, we excel in light and heavy commercial construction, residential remodeling, and service work. Our licensed electricians use only quality materials and are committed to meeting your construction schedules. For professional electrical services at competitive prices, choose Boyle Electric. Give your place's electrical wiring the touch of excellence. Call 307-332-8139. Discover personalized banking at Central Bank and Trust. We offer personal and business banking tailored to your needs. Enjoy the convenience of our online banking platform, whether managing accounts, applying for mortgages, or going paperless. With branches across Fremont County, we provide drive-through and lobby services. Experience simpler applications for mortgages and loans, all from your computer or mobile device. Connect with us at centralbanktrust.com.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
This County 10 Sports broadcast made possible by Myers Gambles, Central Bank and Trust, Wyoming Catholic College, Elevate Rehab, Goddard Construction, Bailey Tire and Auto Services, Haskell's Furniture and Flooring, WyoGlass, Red & Kane and Associates, RE/MAX, the Wyoming Department of Transportation, State Farm Agent Tyler Watson, Eyes on Fremont, Hampton Inn & Suites, Maven, Edward Jones, John Shade, Sage West, Boyle Electric, Perfect Power, Baldwin Creek Rental Service, Northside Auto Body Glass, Fremont Chevrolet, and the Fremont County Prevention Program.
Proud to support Lander Valley High School. We are KOVE.
Welcome back inside Lander Valley High School one last time for this opening weekend of the 2024-25 regular season, as the Lander Invite has come to a successful close all around for the Lander Tiger teams, as well as the school and the venue. I want to thank Cyril Stauffenberg and the entire activities department for being great hosts again this year. This is a fun tournament. Allows Lander to play some smaller schools from around the state that you don't always find if you attend somebody else's tournament, as has been the case in years past for the Lander Tigers. Typically that Stranigan Classic that is concluding right now over in Riverton, but there you have to run up against Sheridan and Cheyenne East and some of the bigger schools in the state, and so Lander having their own tournament has really given them a chance to playing more disparate, but still high level of basketball competition. That was evident on both the boys and girls side here during the tournament as Pinedale's girls knocked off Powell's ladies before Powell defeated Lander on the girls' side for the Lander girls' only loss of the regular season so far and only loss of the tournament. Lander ladies are 3-1, and the boys fall to 2-2 after they played a very good Hot Springs County team last night from Thermopolis, and an even better showing against the defending state champion Powell Panthers in the game that we just saw here from LVHS. Powell edging Lander 67-55, the final score. So the Lander boys fall to 2-2. Some more tournament play before the Christmas break for LVHS, and then you have the week or so off, and then we get into full-on high school basketball mode in the first week of January. Conference play eventually. Regionals will be right here in Lander. The Tigers, both boys and girls, obviously hope to be playing deep into that tournament and hopefully on their way to Casper and the usual site for the state tournament as we get into the middle of March. One more time before we talk with head coach Stu Mullins of the Lander Tigers. Recap scoring here for you. Keaton Iron Eyes with 14 points. Noah St. Clair had 12. Finn McFadden adding 10. Quincy Gwynna with 9. Gavin Romer and Porter Plaisted with 5 points apiece. Generally typical score sheet so far early in this season for the Lander Tigers. Just didn't have enough points when the window of opportunity was there, and it was, especially to start the second half. The Powell Panthers, all kinds of trouble with possession of the ball, credit Lander's defense, and they had some of the bug that Lander had in the first half where suddenly their shots weren't falling, and Lander started to catch on a little bit. Started the second half, or early in the second half, the Tigers trailed by 22 points at one point, fought back to within a 5-point deficit with about 2 minutes to go, made a game of things late, as we are joined by head boys basketball coach Stu Mullins. And Coach Mullins, congratulations on a successful weekend. You guys got those 2 victories on Thursday, ran up against great teams in Hot Springs County last night, and obviously this Powell team trying to do what they did in Casper later in March this year. Really impressive showing in this Powell game, though, where I think it was 21 or 22 points they had a lead in the second half early, and you guys cut it to within 5 with about 2 minutes to go. What were your takeaways from this game?
Yeah, I think you hit it right on the head. Two nights in a row, you dig yourself a huge hole, and it's a huge hill to climb to try to get to that point, and you can go one way or the other, and they both nights decided, we're better. And I think we found out too, that we can defend. It's almost a choice, and if it's a choice, when you make that choice to do it, we were able to get stops, we were able to get rebounds, we were able to defend the 3-point line. But when you lace them up and you walk out, you got to be ready to go. And for them to hit 8 threes in the first half with not much resistance is not what we're looking for. But at the same time, kind of like I told these guys before, we've made a kind of a philosophy shift from a zone out of necessity with some of the the players that we had, and we got pretty dang good at it. But we felt like with our athletes that we have now and our length and our size, we shift a man. But there's just a lot of principles that we still have to get good at. And you only get better when you face live bullets like we did the last 2 days and 3 days, and then you clean it up. And what it'll look like on day 1 to the end of the season is going to be completely different, and I think our kids are excited to get back to practice.
Some of the early season stuff that you look for in communication and mental errors, I think I noticed that diminishing even as the weekend went on. Conditioning seemed like it was fine. The guys didn't seem gassed by the end of the tournament. What are the coaching points that you're collecting for Monday?
Yeah, I think it's what got us beat, defensively. Offensively, I wasn't as concerned. We definitely had some stagnancy early, but those are some things that we can fix, and it goes hand in hand, as you know. If you're struggling on the defensive end, it can lead to the offensive end, and that's kind of where we were there. So looking at those things, you're right. I think our conditioning was good. We had too much foul trouble this weekend that we've got to stay out of. just looking at being in the right position. If we're in the right position, I feel like we can make plays. We just weren't in the right position enough.
Yeah, and you've mentioned during the weekend you have guys who are filling new roles and guys who haven't played significant varsity time.
Yeah.
And to hang in with a team like Powell that late and come back in the second half, it's a fun team to watch, and would encourage any fans as we get into the regular season further, come on out to the gym and support the team. I know you'd love to have them, but both the boys and girls, real fun squads to watch. Do you have a tournament next weekend?
Yeah, it doesn't get any easier. We go to Douglas for their classic. We play Wheatland, who's the number 5 team in the state, 4:30, and then we get an hour and a half off, and we play Douglas, who I think is the number 4 team in the state, who just beat Cody. Large, tall task, but like you said, this team does have the pieces that I think if we can put those together, we're going to be just fine. May not be next weekend, may not be for a little bit, but we've got the group that I think really cares about it and wants to be held to a higher standard, and we'll be in good shape.
Love this tournament. Thanks to you guys for hosting, and good luck next weekend.
Oh, thank you, Scott. Thanks for the coverage.
Thanks, Coach. Head Coach Stu Mullins of the Lander Valley High School boys basketball team, reflecting on what was a successful weekend, all in all, for the Lander boys and girls teams, with the boys falling to, you would have to say, superior teams in both cases, in Hot Springs County and Powell. But as Coach Mullins has told us throughout the weekends, this is it's a good thing to play some of these really talented teams, especially if you can hang with them late in the game like Lander was able to do with about 2 minutes remaining in the Powell game before the Panthers pulled away. So then you know what it looks like, and you realize slowly, hey, we can play with these guys. So it is going to be an interesting season, I think, for both the boys and the girls. But with that, we're going to wrap up our marathon coverage of what was a fun weekend here at the Bob Casey Memorial Fieldhouse in Lander at the high school. So until our next Lander Tiger broadcast, we have UW men's basketball coming up for you at 6:30 here on 1330 KOVE. You can also stream that within 50 miles of Lander at county10.com. For Lincoln Fuller, who ran camera for us very well over the last couple of days. Appreciate that, bud. I'm Scott Fuller, and we'll talk again next time for Lander Valley Tiger basketball on 1330 KOVE and county10.com.